winning, action-packed edition of your Tony Basilio Show. You found Radio Free Tennessee. Your Tony Basilio Show will begin momentarily. Keep it locked in right here at TonyBasilio.com and on your Tony Basilio app. And hey, do us a favor. Spread the word. Another award-winning, thought-provoking, action-packed edition of the Tony Basilio Show is coming up next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. You found the Tony Basilio stream at TonyBasilio.com or on your smartphone or tablet. Another thrilling, chilling, and sometimes spilling edition of the Basilio Show is on the way next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Man, it is all happening. Tony Basilio, welcome you to another edition. The Dean is at your service. Bino was approached today by the Dale, who runs the Hardin Valley Event Center today, and he looked at Bino about 15 minutes ago, and he said, what did he say to you, Bino?
I was kind of sitting over at this picnic table.
That's
they were
you.
working here like a colony of ants. I'm
That's
sitting
you.
over here doing nothing. He said, hey, you found a little time to do nothing, didn't you? I said, that's what I always do.
But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live. My man Brandon, let me tell you something. It's a labor of love, man. You can feel it in the air here. They're throwing a good old-fashioned party.
Oh, man.
First thing I want to say is R.I.P. to Kyle Busch, to his fans, family, friends.
41. Man, life is precious. That rips my heart apart.
It's awful.
I mean, good night, man. But I want to shout out Mark Dale Atkins, rather, for helping us get started today. I told Bino, I said, man, that guy's not listening to me. Bino said, you're calling him by the wrong name. Bino goes, you're calling the guy by the wrong name. Listen, we're fired up, focused, and prepared to be here today. One day away from the TMG Fest. I want to remind you tomorrow from 2 to 9 right here at the Hardin Valley Event Center. Bino, how anybody that's concerned about the elements, explain to them. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about
pavilion, covered.
It's like being in an airport hangar, man. This thing's unbelievable.
Perfect. You can sit in here and watch it rain. Stay dry.
Bino, they have a They have a scoreboard over there.
Yeah,
if I'm home and you're guest, okay, on that scoreboard.
Okay.
I mean, I got to ask Laura something. I'm talking to her. Where's the camera shot? How come the camera shot's not working? Where's the camera shot? It should be there. Turn the camera shot on, Laura. What are we doing here? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
You think it's going to smell good in here tomorrow when I get all these smokers fired up?
You wait. Hey, there's your boy Troxler right there. He's doing the crawfish boil.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
Shrimp boil.
Oh, shrimp boil. I keep calling it a crawfish boil for some reason. Do they even do that with crawfish? Do they do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He says maybe next year. These people love this stuff, dude. People don't come from miles around for this. There will be thousands here, and thousands will claim they attended.
Told you I had a buddy at Y12 that was a master with a smoker, and he did low country bulls. That's what he called his. They're basically the same thing, I reckon.
865-200-5402. Well, hold your phone calls. Bino and I are going to do a little something fun later after Hughie today. Mute. Oh, she wants me to mute myself. Hang on, Bino. This ought to be good. Walk over here. She says, mute yourself, Tony.
Been asking you to do that throughout the marriage. Now you're going to do it today.
All right, sweetie, bring it up. It's muted. Bring in the camera so everybody can see Troxler in all his glory today. You know, this is amazing. It is muted. Because I'm asking Laura, where's the camera shot?
Check out that name over there, Tony.
What that?
Crank My Hog Barbecue.
There you go. Hey, Bino, that's one of the smokers they make. In fact, they make all these smokers. These guys, this is what they do at their machine shop. I'm going to walk around and let people see during the commercial break the amount of craftsmanship that these guys with TMG, what these guys do in their shop and all that. I mean, I'm not worthy, dude. But tomorrow this thing's happening. This is going to be unbelievable, Andy. And we're pretty fired up, folks, prepared to be here with you at your TMG Fest block party, demo day. It's going on tomorrow. It's going to be unbelievable, Andy. And if you love this smoking thing, or you love to eat this incredible food, TMGfest.com, TMGfest.com. Beanstar, what's your level of pump right now?
Tony, I am super pumped. I wish Oak Ridge would have made it today, but since they didn't, I can't imagine anywhere I'd rather be than sitting right here with you.
Say,
watch them put this thing together.
How did the Oak Ridge guys get beat? Who beat them, Bino?
They got beat by Houston, who will play Farragut today for the state championship.
Wow.
and they lost to Ravenwood. Everybody there is good, Tony.
Oh,
You got to be on your A game, and Oak Ridge wasn't.
Oak Ridge has some Division I players, man.
Yeah, got several.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is unbelievable. Laura went and saw the Bananas last night.
Really? How did that
With
go?
Anthony, Kaylee, they went.
Did they enjoy
I
it?
didn't go. She went there not knowing what to expect. Said it was an incredible night. Said during the guys would bat, and then they would go into the stands and visit with the fans. And the players would walk around after getting in a bat and take a rose and go give it to a little girl in the stands, things like that.
Yeah.
That's how you grow your deal.
Yes.
In a world where Danny White thinks that customer service is handing somebody a survey, they go out and actually send I wonder in the future if that's what becomes a sport. I wonder if the Bananas are starting something, because Bino, they're going to have 100,000 people and 111,000 or something in Neyland Stadium tomorrow, and that thing's going to be jammed to the rafters.
Yeah. It's amazing how that's caught on. It's basically a baseball opera, I guess, is what it is.
But the kids are playing hard. The kids are out there trying.
Oh yeah, I mean, and they're good
players.
They're good players. Yeah.
They had a kid that pitched here in Knoxville. He pitched in the old park up in Sevierville, and then last year he came back from a rehab assignment and pitched 4 or 5 games. And he took his jersey off last night, wore his Smokies jersey. The kid that started for the Texas team. But we have a lot to talk about today. We find out the fate of our baseball team in the tournament. We've got the TMG Fest going on tomorrow. I'm going to tell you something, Beanstar. This Victor Wembanyama guy,
Yes.
he pretty darn good. I don't know if you caught his act at all. He's like a Ralph Sampson back in our day with a mean streak is what he is, who wants to go inside and dunk on people. That's what Ralph Sampson would have looked like if he had a mean streak in him.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of what he does, and he's it's amazing the skill set he has at what is he, 7'6"?
Yeah.
Some ridiculous, something like that. Yeah, just unbelievable. There's nothing on the court that he cannot do.
Big Dog in West Tennessee, who's a connoisseur of these types of events, said congratulations to Brandon and everybody involved. That looks like a perfect place to do what they're going to do tomorrow. And on this stage where we are, I'm going to walk around here during our commercial timeout. Let me ask Laura what time Hughie here. Hang on. Let me ask her. Okay. She says, mute yourself. Okay, I did mute myself. I got to ask her what time commercial, what time Hughie. Maybe she'll text me. Here, she's texting me. Bino, you think she's excited about producing today in Brian's? She said, ask Brian. Laura, you're producing the show, and that's on my other phone, which we're using for the video. Hunzio. But here we are. People are going to come from a several-mile radius tomorrow. We'll have teams from California here that are flying in, Bino. This is serious business,
This is a real deal here.
Yeah, it's real. When you saw that right there, the Well Station Barbecue, the Meat Maestro. I mean, when the Meat Maestro showed, and then you got over here, look at all these smokers, Bino. They send those things all over the world, brah. People buying from all over the world.
Just beautiful. You need to show the folks those, like you said, during the break.
Take a brief time out. We come back. I'm going to walk around. Those of you that are on the YouTube, I'm going to give you a little tutorial. I'm going to show you this deal. Bino and myself are going to walk around. Our baseball team gets their announcement on Monday, Memorial Day Monday. We're going to be working during that time. I think we go down to Southern Miss and beat up on some Mississippi kids in honor of Rob Troxler. That's where he hails from.
What was the big deal that they did not have?
Oh, they made us dress under the bleachers.
There's some kind of restaurant deal that they.
They haven't. The only restaurant they have in town is like an Applebee's. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Hey, that guy that wrote that song about Applebee's, that Walker Hayes guy, I wanted to take that guy and throat punch him. You remember that? I'm bougie like Applebee's. I get in the ring.
No, I don't believe I ever heard that song.
Yeah, that guy needs a real. Thankfully, that guy needs a real slapping. We come back on the other side. It's going to be unbelievable, Andy. Bino and myself, Hughie Bear joins. What's up with this guy from Texas, man? What's this guy from Texas so worked up about? And then last night, Bernard King got misidentified at courtside, Bino. They thought he was Bernie Mac. On television, they said, there's Bernie Mac over there.
Bernie Mac.
Still
alive.
Is he not alive?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Cedric the Entertainer. Okay. My bad.
I'm glad he did
the Entertainer.
Well, it's better to be confused with Cedric the Entertainer than Bernie Mac right now.
As we continue with more on the – hey, this show's probably heading that way. We continue with more on the other side after this. You know how East Tennessee takes its barbecue seriously. Well, TMG Fest is about to take it to the next level. Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. Doors open at 2, and the event runs till 9. A live fire barbecue competition and full-blown festival all wrapped into one. 15 pitmasters from all around the country. Teams coming in from Texas, the Carolinas, California, and of course from Knoxville to square off in a legit smoke-off competition. And the cool part, you're not just watching, you get to walk around, taste what they're cooking, and help decide who wins. It's a real crowd judging situation, and that's just the competition side of things. There's also a live fire cooking demonstration happening throughout the day. Learn techniques, how they manage your fire, how they work with different cuts, different wood, different pit styles. If you're someone that loves cooking outdoors or wants to get better at it, this is a great opportunity to learn up close and personal from the experts. And it's all wrapped in a real festival atmosphere, live music, lawn games, food vendors, and the block party energy just makes for a great day, rain or shine, from 2 to 9. Kids 12 and under get in free, so bring the family. Tickets on sale now at tmgfest.com. That's tmgfest.com. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. This one's going to be fun. tmgfest.com. Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he definitely prefers Dos Equis. That's right. The most interesting man in the world has returned, and he's more interesting than ever before. His phone is addicted to him. All of his teeth, all are wisdom teeth. So raise a Dos Equis to the man, the myth, the legend. And remember, stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Nothing reminds you of how much you rely on your air conditioner like the first really hot day in East Tennessee. Schedule Pipe Wrench Home Services' $79 seasonal tune-up now before the heat sets in. Our certified technicians inspect, clean, and fine-tune your HVAC system to help it run efficiently and reliably while reducing the risk of breakdowns when you need it most. And while we're there, we can also recommend ways to improve your indoor air quality for cleaner, healthier air throughout your home. For more than 20 years, homeowners across Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and surrounding communities have trusted Pipe Wrench Home Services for dependable comfort. And with their same-day service guarantee, you won't be left waiting when comfort matters most. Schedule your $79 seasonal tune-up today at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free. Offer valid on standard systems only. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Baseball fans, it's time to step up to the plate. Look your best. Get some new Tennessee gear from Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall has the best selection. Top brands for you to choose from this season. Look, it's nice and warm outside. So get into any of their 6 air-conditioned East Tennessee locations. Shop online, download the app, grab your Tennessee baseball jersey, your hat, your decal, maybe a t-shirt, and they have so much more. Earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Go Vols and shop Alumni Hall, your ultimate Tennessee shopping destination. Touch them all with Alumni Hall. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio Show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting. TB back with you. TMG Fest 2026 style. Where we be? Tony Basilio live with you. We're at the Hardin Valley Event Center where this takes place, which is just an unbelievable place. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Tie up line 4, if you don't mind, Laura, please, as you bring Hughie in, and it's going to be unbelievable. Key him out real quick and do that for me. My ears are super sensitive. Hattiesburg didn't have an Applebee's. Dixon's telling us. All right.
I knew it was something like that.
Okay. I mean, God, that's kind of something good in their favor then, that they didn't have an. Who in the world wants to eat that fruit? Well, never mind. Baby, you like Applebee's. That's a song. Hey, that's a song that was on Mike Huguenin's iPod Shuffle back in the day.
I'm doubting it.
Hughie likes himself. What's that fella's name? Oh, God, come on. Baby, you like Applebee's. Walker Hayes. I'm sure Hughie's a big Walker Hayes guy. Hughie, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well. I have no idea who Walker Hayes is.
Baby, you like Applebee's. We go to Wendy's. You know that song. Come on, man. Yeah. Hey, Hughie. As Hughie's jumps in here, my man Orange Throat today over at tclub.team broke it down scientifically. And what he broke down scientifically, Hughie, is that when you look at the SEC right now, this commissioner is having trouble getting anybody on board with him. This thing's all fractured. You've got the guy, Gerald Longman from Georgia, talking about how we need to break away and just do our own thing, form our own rules. You've got this coaches in the league want a 24-team playoff, and the commissioners over there want 16 teams and wants to keep everybody in the boat. I mean, he's got a real challenge on his hand. And Throaty said, heck, man, I don't want to see the thing that goes on in July. I want you to show us this thing that's getting ready to go on in Sandestin. That's the thing I want to see televised. Show us the real deal, man.
Yeah, the Destin meetings are going to be extremely interesting. The football coaches definitely seem to want a 2014 playoff, and they're already moaning about the tough schedule. So they want the best of both worlds. You got Jerry Moorhead, the Georgia president, who wields an inordinate amount of power, saying, well, if Congress can't get this done, maybe it's up to the SEC, which basically means that Congress has far more important things to worry about than college athletics right now. I think the idea that the SEC would break away or at least be the main contributor to a new rule book, that should scare a lot of people, mostly everybody other than Big Ten schools. But, yeah, the Sandestin meetings are going to be extremely, I would say, contentious.
Yes.
Because Sankey does seem to be sort of on an island as to the number of teams in the playoff. He's the only commissioner saying 16. His coaches are saying 24. His coaches are already whining and moaning about the 9 conference game schedule. You got a president, the most powerful president in his league in terms of athletics is saying that the SEC needs to come up with its own rule book. Sankey is going to be earning his money. No question.
Do you like, Bino, thinking about these guys sitting in a room and fighting it out instead of sitting in a room and dividing up their spoils born off the backs of these athletes and the fans, actually fighting it out, actually having a contentious slugfest in front of us, Bino? That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, and I didn't think Sankey would find himself in this position. Mike, do you think from this point on, I don't see any way that he gets really what he wants because, as you guys have said, he's kind of out there on an island. How much of his power does he lose, basically, through this struggle?
That's an interesting aspect, too. Obviously, he's always going to be one of the most important commissioners, he and Petiti, because of the amount of money involved. You know, the golden rule, he who has the gold makes the rules. He and Petiti have the most gold. But when you have the ACC and Big 12 commissioners saying, yeah, we want a 2014 playoff, that's one thing. When you got coaches in your league complaining already, it is going to be, in a way, even though the genie's not out of the bottle, I mean, they're talking, it's been a 12-team playoff, and it's going to be a 12-team playoff this year as well. But the genie out of the bottle is the idea that everybody wants 24, and I'm not sure Sankey can get enough agreement even in his own league about that. Because I think if you asked every coach in the SEC, everyone would say, yeah, I want 24 because that obviously increases my chance to get in, and I can lose 3 or maybe even 4 games and get in. Which, it cheapens the whole process, but this is going to be Sankey's power base. It's a huge sandcastle, and obviously it's in Destin, which is apropos because the water is the seawater is sort of washing away part of his power base.
Basilio Gabino next to me. We're live at your TMG Fest. It's unbelievable, Andy. Tickets available online, tmgfest.com. Let me tell you something. This place is first class in here. Bino and I just walked around. These smokers are not to be trifled with. Kids, whatever you do, don't try this at home. This is next level. These people are craftsmen. These people are dedicated to what they do, and they're going to put on a hell of a show for you tomorrow. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I want to see that show down in Destin, Florida, too. I want to see these guys yell and scream at this commissioner. Hey, Hughie, they used to send this guy's a big ego guy. You and I know that, right? Big ego guy. And he all of a sudden, you see the latest thing? The Big Ten's talking about they want to go to a 10-game regular season schedule now. They're going to put the heat on this dude. Hughie, they're going to put the heat on this guy.
But I think the SEC coaches would revolt if they asked them to play 10 conference games. Again, these guys are already whining. They haven't even played a 9-game conference schedule yet. And they're already whining about, oh my God, this is so hard. This is so hard. This is not really unfair. But, well, every other league seems to be fine with it. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Petiti is, I think, let's put it this way. I think in some respects, Sankey's always been the most hated guy in college athletics because he's been the SEC commissioner. He's been very outspoken. A lot of people don't like that. I would argue that the pendulum has sort of swung back. In some respects now, Sankey is, in some respects, a voice of reason, because I think a lot of fans think the 2014 playoff rather, is ridiculous. So I think Sankey's got some public support behind him. But again, it's going to be tough in his own league to get everybody on the same page, and I'm not sure he can do that. And the Jerry Moorhead comments should not be overlooked. The SEC has been seen as they march to their own drummer kind of thing, cliche but true. And the idea that you would let the SEC come up with the rules regarding NIL and transfer makes a lot of people roll their eyes. The CSC was supposed to be the NIL sort of regulator. Well, that's already, people are like, wait a second here. Yeah, we signed off on this, but we really didn't think this would be happening. What the heck's going on? So you're never going to get all the conferences in agreement about NIL. I think you can get them in agreement about the transfer portal, but Sankey has, we're talking, a nine-game conference schedule. Took the SEC forever to get there. The 2014 playoff, he seems to be fighting a losing battle, which, you told me a year ago that Sankey's going to be outvoted by people in his own league. I would have said, that's ludicrous, but I think that's potentially what could happen.
Mike, I think that coaches have a misconception about what this 2014 playoff is going to do for them. I think they look at it as more security. I'm not sure it's not just going to tie a bigger millstone around their neck.
Yeah, I think it's like the NCAA basketball tournament the same way. Okay, you got in with a 17-13 overall record. You were 5-11 in the league. So what? You made the NCAA tournament. You're underachieving relative to the amount of money we're paying you and to the amount of money we're paying for your roster. So the same thing's going to happen in the SEC with football, and I think at certain Big Ten schools with football as well. And even ACC and Big 12 schools are going to be saying, we're paying you $6 million a year. You can't even get in the 2014 playoff. You're fired. So I think there's a definite be careful what you ask for with the 2014 playoff. I think with the 12-team playoff, there's a little bit of give in the rope. We finished 9-3, and we got jobbed by the selection playoff committee, the playoff selection committee. But you get in at 9-3, you're a 19th seed. Wait a second here, we're paying you $8.5 million. You got a $25 million roster, and you lose in the first round. You're gone. So I think you're right. I think the idea that we made the playoff, that is not going to save people's jobs.
Explain something to me as the great Mike Huguenin joins. He's presented by our friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage. They've been doing it for 5 generations. Shout out to Taylor, GouffonMovingandStorage.com for more information online. I mean, that's a family business. That's the oldest continually owned moving company in the country. Do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. That's pretty next level, if you ask me. But let me say this to you, Hughie. What's up with the guy at Texas? Is this guy like insecure? Is he trying to tell us something about the Longhorns this year and he's worried? Last week he punches down. Now look, he punches down on Ole Miss last year. I can't figure that out. What are we doing? Then he turns around this week, and out of nowhere he's beating on Texas Tech in an interview, who the last time I checked doesn't play in his league. Texas Tech's got nothing to do with nothing. They got nothing to do with nothing with him. What's going on with him? Walk me through this.
Yeah, Sarkis is a perfect example of a guy who gets into the playoff and still could be fired because he's underachieving relative to his talent level and the amount of money they're paying for their roster and the amount of money he's making. He's still upset that they didn't make the playoff last year at 9-3. Well, if you don't lose to a Florida team that won 4 games and then fired its coach, you probably would have been in. So I think he is feeling the pressure a little bit. He is not an elite level coach. He's in an elite level state for talent. He has a athletic program that is elite in terms of the amount of money they will spend. But I don't think that Steve Sarkisian is a guy that other schools look at, other coaches, and go, oh my God, we're playing against Sarkisian. I'm going to be out coached this week. No one says that. So I think he is feeling the heat. He could be preseason number 1 again. There's a lot of pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure on Manning. Manning last year obviously started abysmal season. I think Sarkisian is feeling the pressure, but he's a perfect example of a guy like that Bino was talking about. You make the playoff at Texas at 9-3 or 8-4, and you're a 17 seed. So what? You're fired. So I think Sarkisian is feeling the heat already.
See, Bino, that's funny. If they don't do something this year, they're going to be all over him. I sense that this guy's, shall we say, sphincter. You could stick a BB in there and get a dime out of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the shot at Ole Miss was just support of an old buddy in Lane Kiffin. Where this Texas Tech thing came from, who knows? Hey, Mike, do the roll call of the elite coaches. We got plenty of time.
Great question.
Oh man, I think my elite coach list would be different than a lot of people's. I think Kirby Smart is an elite coach. I think he's going to have to adapt, but I still think he's an elite coach. He knows how to win, and he's an elite defensive mind. I think Lincoln Riley is an elite offensive mind. I'm not sure he's an elite overall coach, but I think Lincoln Riley's offense, he showed at Oklahoma, he has showed at SC that his offense can be extremely productive. It can make his players a lot of money at the next level. I think it took him too long to realize that my defense has to be at least adequate. But I still think that Lincoln Riley is an elite coach offensively. I think Curt Cignetti's an elite coach. The idea that Indiana won a national title, he's been there 2 years and he's lost 2 games at Indiana. I mean, you might. Well, his roster was paid for by Mark Cuban. So what? It's Indiana. So Curt Cignetti to me is elite. I'm not sure how many other elite coaches there are. I think Ryan Day is elite in terms of talent acquisition. It helps obviously that he's at Ohio State. I'm not sure that he's an elite X's and O's guy, but I still think if you have Ryan Day as your coach, you're going to have a team that's always going to be in the playoff. I'm not. I think there's coaches out there who are elite offensively or are elite defensively, but I'm not sure there's a heck of a lot of elite coaches nationally anymore. I think
the great Mike Huguenin going in and out like he's at an In-N-Out Burger. Hey, listen. We ain't serving that here tomorrow. You're getting the real deal Holyfield here tomorrow at TMG Fest. And yes, I did just spin with my mind, which is nimble. It's unbelievable the things that come out of my. Go ahead, Bino, before you get Hughie back in here.
I think for the total skill set, Mike's got the only 3.
That's it.
I think that's it.
And then the rest of these guys are a bunch of runaround cars getting wealthy. No offense to them.
I think
we have a pretty good coach here, right?
I think they're tiered.
Yep. That guy's pretty good, right?
I think he's pretty good. Yeah.
A lot of pretty good coaches.
Yeah.
But that's the deal. And you know what shows me that's kind of the deal with college football? And I want to see if Hughie's back with us.
Hey, Hughie, the 80, check this out, okay? We go back 12 years, all right? If you were to take the 2014 playoff and apply it to the 12 previous seasons to this one, 80 teams would have qualified for the 2014 playoff, Hughie. A whopping 80 teams. That's remarkable to me.
Yeah, and that's I think there is a lot more parity in the 20 to 50 range. Not necessarily in the 1 through 20 range, but 20 through 50 that can change on an annual basis, because you would have had teams like North Texas, James Madison, the teams that made the playoff out of the group of 5. But you also would have had those bizarre. The 1 year Kansas was really good, that kind of stuff. The 1 year Missouri was really good. Those kind of things do crop up. But you mentioned Heupel, I think, is an elite offensive mind. I think he needs to adjust for a couple of things, but very quarterback-centric offense. But if I'm a Vols fan, I'm happy with Josh Heupel. Is he an elite of the elite? No, but I still think he's one of the 10 best offensive coaches. But the idea that 80 teams would have made the playoff, that's an impressive number. But how many of those would have had 3 or even 4 losses? That's the thing that bugs me. I think the idea, and the one thing that the thing that Ryan Day said last week, which was asinine. Well, if there's a 2014 playoff, no, it wouldn't mess with the Ohio State-Michigan game. It would add to it. No, it wouldn't. If you're playing for seeding in a game like that, no, it doesn't add to anything. You wonder. Some people brought it up. If you're 12-0 and you're locked in to a top 5 seed, do you worry about injuries and start sitting certain players? And I think that's a distinct possibility. Conference championship games need to go away. I know Sankey wants to keep the Big 12 and wants to keep the SEC. Petiti wants to keep the Big 10. But I think that's the case where Sankey, again, it might be on the losing end, because, yes, it makes a boatload of money, but it's another chance for your team to lose. And I know that's not a good thing for coaches, but the fact that 80 teams would have qualified, I think, is actually a selling point for the 2014 playoff. Some of the 80 teams that would have made it, I don't want to see them play for a national title, or even in a tournament, rather, that's leading to a national title game.
Oh, no, you can take that down the road. My Temple Owls would have gotten in twice, Bino.
Twice,
Bino.
Temple?
You in or out on that, Bino?
I'm out.
As Mike Huguenin joins his Mover of the Week, presented by our friends at Gafon Moving and Storage. Hughie Bear hit it.
Yeah, we've already talked about it, because that was Sankey. The fact that here's a guy, again, a year ago, the unquestioned king of college athletics, the most important man in college athletics. Now, he might not even get stuff he wants in his own league. So I think Sankey has moved down on the power list. He's still, I think he might have moved below Petiti. He's still above most, he is above all the other conference commissioners, but I think there's definitely been an erosion of his power. And again, you got people in his own league questioning some of the things he wants, outright saying we need this, where he is the 16-team advocate and coaches his own league are going, no. You got the most powerful president in his league saying we need to break away, we need things done now, we need things done our way. I don't think Sankey agrees with that. You got coaches pushing back on him about the 9-game conference schedule. So I think Sankey has definitely taken some hits to his power, and we'll see, truthfully, how much of a hit he's taken during the SEC meetings, because I think we're going to come away from that with a clearer idea of Sankey can want certain things, but now he's not going to get it.
The great Mike Huguenin, ladies and gentlemen, you've been incredible. Hughie, I think these meetings down there are going to be kind of contentious. And I think for the first time, this conference commissioner has been diminished. Here's the other thing that's happened. On the field, in all these sports that they've dominated and owned for all this time, they kind of, how do you put this? The rubber's not meeting the road. I mean, they're not getting the results they once got.
No, and I think football haven't won 3 titles in a row, Big Ten. The Big Ten won the basketball title. The Big Ten's going to have the number 1 seed in the baseball tournament, and if it's not the Big Ten, it's going to be the ACC. Now, the softball tournament, is that one of the Power 4 sports? Maybe it is. And the SEC is going to have the multitude of teams at the College World Series, and probably the College World Series for baseball as well. But for football, the idea that the Big Ten has won 3 in a row, and the Big Ten had more first-round picks than the SEC. First time the SEC hadn't had the most first-round picks, I think, in 18 years. I think there is, and the Big Ten's got better coaches in football. I think that is starting to sink in to even the most ardent SEC fans.
Huggy, I love you. I love your passion. You fire me up, you focus me, and you prepare me for the rest of this program. Question for you. I know you're not the biggest NBA guy in the world, but have you seen this Wembanyama guy play? This guy's unbelievable, Andy.
Yeah, that game 1, overtime, fast break. Oh, I'm going to pull up and take a 28-foot three-pointer. Oh, yeah, it goes in. 41 points, 24 rebounds. And just think, I mean, he's 22?
22.
Think when he adds more bulk and gets a little stronger. He's going to be, and, San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox has not played a minute in this series.
God!
They lost another player the other night in game 2 for about half the game. Stephon Castle, a kid from Atlanta, who, that's the kind of kid that needs to be going to an SEC school.
Yep.
He went to UConn.
Yep.
Stephon Castle is really good. San Antonio and Oklahoma City, you like to see small town or small market teams succeed. Well, the NBA is going to be a San Antonio, Oklahoma City league for the next 4 or 5 years, I think, because both those teams are young, extremely well run. Yeah, and you're right, Wembanyama, that's just freakish what that kid can do already.
You know what he looks to me like, Bino? He looks like, and I said this earlier, Hughie, he reminds me of Ralph Sampson if you really pissed him off. Like a Ralph Sampson that just found out that you were like cheating on his wife with him or something. I mean, the guy goes out there, he's throwing elbows, he's got this mean streak to him, he's very angry. He's fun to watch, Bino.
And with point guard skills.
Yeah, and he can actually, because Sampson wanted to be a point guard. This guy, though, will pull up, shoot a long-range J, and then dunk it right in your face. He got thrown out of the game in the last series for elbowing a guy in the chops, which he did on purpose. I'm for this guy, man. Any day of the week. I like watching him play. Hey, Hughie, on the way out, I love you. I love your passion, man. Love your show. You're my man. But, hey, listen, when somebody talks about elite coaches and you bring up Lincoln Riley, I might have to reassess our relationship, brother.
Offensive only, I said. He's an elite offensive mind. If you want a well-rounded team, no. But if there was one game, Lincoln Riley's offense can score on Kirby Smart's defense. And if the talent level is equal, I'll take Lincoln Riley all day.
That guy blows. I love you, Hughie. Thank you. That's my man, Mike Hugan. And one more time.
See, Mike.
Hey, listen, Bino, we bring him on week after week, and I love the guy. And Tom Gouffon loves him. I love him. You love him. We love him. He's Hughie. He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a maniac. He can tell you who the backup center is at I don't know, Tulsa football, and where he came from. Lincoln Riley. We're talking about elite coaches. And he going to bring up on this show with my name on it, Lincoln Riley? Lincoln Riley? I mean, are you kidding me? Lincoln Riley?
I knew that wasn't going to go over well.
Bino, Lincoln Riley? Beanstar. This baseball team, okay?
Okay.
Tennessee base. Now that it's been written. I feel pretty good about the Sealander guy, Bino.
I agree, Tony. That was not the start that you would hope for.
Yep.
Taking over for a generational coach. It just wasn't, and you could tell that the entire organization was pressing. But for him to kind of help regain the footing through that difficult start, it really tells me something about him. Yes, I think that was a great recovery and not easy to do.
No.
Not easy to do.
As you and I both know, you can lose a baseball clubhouse so quickly. You can lose a room so quickly, especially when your bullpen looks like theirs. Because that bullpen we have looks like batting practice. No offense to those guys.
Yeah, there just aren't the options out there that any of us thought we had when the season started.
Yes.
You got a guy that was really good last year, that was really the guy you were depending on more than anyone else from that bullpen that has just been lost.
Yes.
Basically from the start. So yeah, it's been a challenge. It's been a problem, and it will continue to be for the rest of this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the TMG Fest, this is their first annual. I say first annual because these folks are committed to doing what it is they're doing. He's got to come around here. To doing what it is they're doing. Let's all stand here. Come on around here so we don't have any feedback. Yeah, and you're going the right way there. But, you know, I sit here today and my beautiful mind starts to wander. And Brandon, here with TMG Fest, man, now that we're here, you look tired. I mean,
we've been going. We're trying to push through all this right now, so I had to dig deep right now.
I'm roached, okay?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Exhausted. But my man, look at this.
It's
like
crazy.
A dream.
It really is. I got Coach Hills leaving here yesterday.
Yeah.
With everything we have set up, just didn't even realize we had this many smokers at the shop, and everything you see here is sold to a customer. There's one or two that are extras.
Yeah.
But everything else you see is a customer pit.
Because we walked around. I was showing folks, and what I'm going to do is I walked around without the sound before on YouTube, and we're done today. I want you to walk us around.
We can do that.
And kind of show us what's what here.
Absolutely.
For the smoking community. But I've got people in here in my chat that love kind of what you do, either are hobbyists or that sort of thing. There's going to be a little something for everybody here tomorrow. If you can elaborate on what the TMG Fest is. And now that you see this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I can honestly tell you that you're going to be in the dry tomorrow. Now, it's going to be nice. It's going to be like this anyway tomorrow. It's going to be like a 70-ish degree day, and it's going to be nice. I don't think it's going to rain tomorrow, personally. I don't believe the hype. But
well, the weather's changed about 30 minutes ago. Now it's saying showers in the morning, which we don't even open up to 2.
Yeah.
2 on, supposed to be pretty in the 70s.
There you go.
So that's all we could ask for. Earlier, before you guys got here, it was pouring. And you know what? We're still dry.
We're still dry.
We're sitting here in the dry. So that's something my business partner Hayes said yesterday. The biggest blessing we have is that we rented a covered area.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't ask for a better setup because the last few days it's rained and we've been in the dry the entire time. So
the guys that are smoking, they'll be like out there outside smoking.
Correct. So look at all the teams that are coming in. Yeah. They're going to back up to the doors here.
Okay.
Or to the openings, and then their food vending tables will be inside, but they'll be outside. So if it does rain, the teams may get a little wet, but that's part of barbecue. Can't prevent that. But yeah, and then inside you see all around in the center here, that's our live fire. So we're gonna have whole hogs, lambs.
Wow.
You see the food trucks just got here. I mean, those 2 trucks are packed full of food. So Blake with A&B Distributing and MeatGShead.com, he pulled in. He's like, dude, these trucks are absolutely loaded down, and they are. There's everything. And I saw the strip come off earlier for Rob's seafood bowl. You see flat top behind us with some steaks. He's getting it ready for the dinner tonight. But Blake ended up getting a half a deer, a lamb, goat, tomahawk pork chops, tomahawk steaks, Everything. I mean, it's gonna be wild tomorrow.
You know, Bino, he doesn't come see us. Like when we play music, Bino runs for the hills. But he might. But Bino might come out here.
Tony.
Bino might come out here tomorrow. You're getting Bino hungry. I'm looking at Bino. He's salivating over here.
Well, if you just walk over there and just smell the seasoning that's going down right now already with just one person, just wait till tomorrow when this stuff's fired up. We got the smoke rolling, and I'm telling you, we got a gator. Should bring the gator over here for your live.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see if I can dig it out of that truck. That truck is slam full right now. So
that's pretty great stuff, man. Here's the thing. We had a couple people on YouTube when we were walking around, saw some of the names.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these teams that are coming in are famous, right?
Well, so
some of the people, and then the Flat Top King. Somebody saw Flat Top King.
Yeah.
They can't believe Flat Top King's going to be here.
So a lot of people don't realize Flat Top King's from Knoxville. He's right here he's 5 minutes from this location. He's 2 minutes from our location in Carnes. Obviously, the guys who know who he hates when I say this, but he is YouTube famous. He's the big dog on YouTube. Great cook, great chef, as you see him behind us right now, getting everything ready. So he's actually
him.
Yeah, that's him. That's the Flat Top King right there. He is a partner in TMG Fest. He's the one who pushed myself to make that happen.
That's a Flat Top King?
That's a Flat Top King.
The
right
guy
there.
we were hanging out with the other day?
Oh, yeah. That's Flat Top King.
What?
Hey, Flat Top King.
That's a Flat Top King?
See right there. And Rob Troxler. Two greats right there next to each other.
Unbelievable.
Troxler's, he great at something. 30 years, he said. I'll tell you what he is, though. Troxler's a great man, too.
He is. He's a great guy.
But you're excited to taste his cooking tomorrow.
Oh, I am. I love his seafood bowl.
Oh, my gosh.
I eat barbecue so much. This is going to sound terrible. It's just
can't taste it anymore.
Everyone else is going to want the barbecue. I'm going to want the seafood bowl. And then, as you also can see, your fans can't, but we're unloading the beer truck right now, too.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw a party.
All right, Bino, I want you to lay it out for me. Did the Flat Top King play quarterback at South Doyle High School? What?
There ain't no way.
What?
No way. We were in here throwing football yesterday.
Did you know that?
I did not. He was throwing football here yesterday.
Yeah.
He's lost it. He's lost it.
Well, if he played at South Doyle back in the day, he might not have had it.
That's true.
Stop it, Tony.
That is true.
But anyway, hey, Flat Top King, I love you. You know, we haze because, we kid because we care around here. All right, so let Bino know. Let Bino know. Because I told Bino earlier, I said, this Mark McKinney guy, he ain't listening to me. Bino said, Tony, that's Dale Aikens over there. Quit calling him Mark. But anyway, this venue is incredible. If you can, elaborate on what folks are in for when they come out here tomorrow.
It's just for a great time. So, it's just funny. As the people pulled up just today, like we didn't expect this. So you're going to walk in the front gates. Immediately, you got vendor tents. You see the whole hog set up.
Yep.
The live fire set up.
Yep.
Team smoking. So you come in, you're going to get 6 chicken wings and 3 rib bones. But then from there, all these teams in the center that are doing it, we're giving samples out all day. So you're going to have smoked cheesesteak sliders. You're going to have, and that's where the whole hog, the gator,
right,
the lamb, all that stuff, tomahawks.
How much of that would you eat? Like if you could walk around and you could get the lamb, tomahawk sliders, the cheesesteak. What else when you walk around the inside?
There's name it. He's doing a hillbilly hoe cake with
what's a hillbilly? What is that?
Hillbilly hoe cake with a
hoe cake
with a.
I didn't know she was.
All right, with pulled pork on top of it. Pulled pork sliders.
What's a hoe cake, Bino? You ever had a hoe cake?
No, have not.
What does that mean, a hoe cake?
So. Yeah, so a jalapeno cheddar cornbread, like a flatjack, and then you're gonna put the pulled pork on it, and then what's Chef Tim doing? Picanha sliders. You're in one from the picanha sliders. Absolutely banging. There's so many guys in here. I don't know. I can't even remember all of them at this point.
How do you all not weigh 3,000 pounds, man, doing this?
Because, I walk like 30,000 steps a day on the phone constantly, but I also just pick at the meat. For me personally, so
these smokers that we walked around earlier and we're looking at, okay, I was telling Bino, you guys literally ship these things like all over the world, right?
Yeah, so like this big blue with this 250 on the wheels back here.
Yeah.
We made a red one just like it, and yesterday it finally arrived in Africa. It took 2.5 months to get there in a container ship. Beautiful setup. He's in Ethiopia. So that's crazy.
How many people can you feed out of one of those?
Well, that's a trick question, because if it's something like ribs, you don't feed as much people. But if you got brisket or pork on it, you can feed thousands. So just depends on what the meat is, what the protein is. Chicken, certain stuff goes farther, same amount of space. But yeah, no, we ship 17 countries, all 50 states, so we're a little bit everywhere.
These are obviously pieces of craftsmanship. How long does it take you start to finish to manufacture that one?
That one right there. So we can build. So half our crew, because we're in 2 separate buildings, half our crew can build 3 of those a week.
Yep.
So we build anywhere from 4 to 8 a week right now. But these 250s on the off-road package. Scott walking around here is in charge of the teams. The guy was jumping truck off a little while ago. He's the manager of that shop. They build 3 of those a week.
Now, do people give you custom specs to do, or you have basically your own, or both?
So a little bit of both. So we are a custom builder, but we try to keep some designs we already have, because when you go into R&D and I have to redesign everything in CAD, it takes a lot of time. So I'll tell everyone, hey, if you want that 40-inch smoker 50, it's going to cost you double, just because I have to go redesign every single piece of plate.
See, I know the feeling, because that's why I got Bino on here Mondays and Fridays.
Why is that?
Because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I know what I'm getting.
Right?
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad, Tony.
Oh, that's great. Bino, I gave you a kiss and I felt something. All right, here we go. On the way out, it's incredible. I appreciate you having us. By the way, one of your boys, M. Hansen, 123 Knox, said Brandon is a true Central High man. He supports his roots. He supports his community. When you and I first talked,
that's Mark. Mark's a great guy.
You said, I want this to be a community thing. We know the first year we're not going to have the crowd. We're going to have the second year, and we're not going to have the crowd. We're going to have the third.
Correct.
Because that's what's going to happen. People are going to come here tomorrow. But you're a community guy. That's what I love about you.
I am. Yeah, I love my community. I'm from Fountain City, Tennessee. Everything's Central over there. Wife teaches at Central. My kids go there.
Nice.
So all these guys around here support us a lot. Honestly, about 50% of our workers graduated from Central.
Nice.
So
God bless our teachers, man.
Right? Yeah. So we support, love our teachers, love our community, love the kids in the community for sure.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, guys.
You're the man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
I love this. It's a TMG Fest, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. And she said his son's coming out. Son's coming out tomorrow, Andrew McCardle, out in front of Annie. Is that Annie? The sun's going to come out tomorrow. On the other side, we come back, 865-200. 5402. We continue. Bino and I discussed something that came up yesterday, Bino, and you wanted to elaborate on this. What are we going to talk about on the other side, Beanstar?
Tony, we're going to talk about tips for callers. I think
everybody has a tip for us.
Qualified.
I think, Bino, you're qualified, and we're going to elaborate as to why you're qualified on the other side. But here's the thing. Everybody's got tips for us. I got the 640 pothole in here criticizing our last segment. And everybody's got a little something to say now. For some of you people that like to comment on YouTube, one day we're going to have tips for YouTube commentators too. But right now, we're going to deal with callers of all shapes. Hey, Mark in Columba. Are you listening? Tips for callers on the other side. As we continue, if you want to call in and add some tips for callers, but we'll do it on the other side. And by the way, Julie Herman's Roast Beef says, I will challenge the field next year. Hey, Julie Herman's Roast Beef, you need to get in here, man, and get a team. You're still time. I can get you in this field tomorrow. Get your gear. Get on out here. Let's see your game. I'll put you right next to Hens, Hack Draft Barbecue, and just the tip.
Tony, that is not Hack Draft. That is Back Draft.
What does it say?
Quit putting our terminology. That's Ben's Back Draft, not Hack Draft.
As we continue with more after this.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340. WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Tona B, inviting you to experience the Collins Insurance difference. And what's that? How about multiple top carriers that you can trust? Like Erie, they underwrite our entire Rainier studio and everything around it. Travelers, Hartford, Hanover, Progressive. We do what's right because we care. In today's technology-driven world, maintaining the human touch, Bruce Springsteen, is one of our main focuses. We deliver the best customer service humanly possible. We give you someone that you can actually call or sit in front of. Imagine that. No call centers here. Experience the Collins Insurance difference. Check them out at collinsinsuranceTN.com, and they're Mrs. B approved. Collins Insurance.
Big news, Basilio family. Get ready because the 2026 Knoxville real estate market is officially shifting into high gear. All signs are pointing toward a record-breaking year, and the energy across East Tennessee is absolutely electric right now. Whether you've been dreaming of finding that next home, looking to capitalize on your current equity, or ready to dive into the investment world, the timing has never been better. Having a game plan is the key to winning in this fast-paced market, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, Jennifer Morris, at 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Hey, it's Ariel Armis, catcher with your Knoxville Smokies. Join me tonight for Margaritaville. Food and drink specials with that island feel. Fireworks and a Jimmy Buffett cover band after the game.
This Memorial Day, leave the cooking to us at Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee. Make Memorial Day easy with a family feed pack. No prep, no stress. Just incredible barbecue for everyone. You can order online in minutes at calhouns.com. Swing by for convenient curbside pickup. You get your choice of fresh smoked pork, brisket, barbecue chicken, or ribs. All absolutely delicious. And Smoky Mountain baked beans, creamy country slaw, Calhoun's barbecue sauce, of course, plates and napkins, and buns. Plus, you'll receive a free gallon of tea, plus some fresh baked cookies. When you order online for pickup, May 22nd through the 25th, you'll use the code Memorial Day at checkout. So make Memorial Day easy with the family feed pack from Calhoun's. Order online at calhouns.com. The taste of Tennessee. Basilio here with the great Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, I can hear it in the background, brother. It's World Cup season, and you guys are in the middle of it. Talk to me.
We are excited. Our U9 through U12 trials just kicked off today for our locations in Knoxville and in Johnson City. So we're ready to offer any player top-level competition, top-level training anywhere they want to be in Northeast Tennessee. In our programs, we offer competitive play for anywhere from 9-year-olds to 19-year-olds. We've got two locations. Our location in Knoxville is kind of our home base, and our location up in Johnson City in the Tri-Cities area is our FC Alliance North. Both locations are growing tremendously, and we're excited about what the future holds here at both locations.
Growing the beautiful game in the season of the World Cup. Chad Stockton, how can folks get more information?
Go to our website, FC Alliance or FCAllianceNorth.org. And both locations, we're happy to serve the beginning player or the more experienced player, because what we will promise is the top-level training and top-level leagues that we can play in for all of our players.
Growing the beautiful game in Knoxville and now also in the Tri-Cities. FC Alliance. Thank you, Chad Stockton.
Thanks, buddy.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Got a plumbing or HVAC problem at home? Whether it's an AC that won't cool, a furnace acting up, a clogged drain, or a water heater problem, Pipe Wrench Home Services is ready to help. Right now, when you schedule any HVAC or plumbing repair, your service fee is waived with the completed repair. That means expert help fast without the extra cost just to show up. Our certified technicians will quickly diagnose the issue and provide reliable solutions to make your home comfortable again. And with our same-day service guarantee, you won't be left waiting when help matters most. For more than 20 years, homeowners across Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and surrounding communities have trusted Pipe Wrench Home Services for dependable comfort. Schedule your repair today at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free. Service fee waived with completed HVAC or plumbing repair. Restrictions apply. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
When a dangerous, overgrown, or storm-damaged tree is threatening your home, your car, or your family, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes, your local tree cutting experts. From precision tree removal and trimming to emergency storm cleanup, ECR Total Landscapes has the equipment and the experience to get the job done safely and efficiently. Call today to set up your free estimate, 865-384-2012, or just go online to ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You know how East Tennessee takes its barbecue seriously. Well, TMG Fest is about to take it to the next level. Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. Doors open at 2, and the event runs till 9. A live fire barbecue competition and full-blown festival all wrapped into one. 15 pit masters from all around the country. Teams coming in from Texas, the Carolinas, California, and of course from Knoxville to square off in a legit smoke-off competition. And the cool part, you're not just watching, you get to walk around, taste what they're cooking, and help decide who wins. It's a real crowd judging situation, and that's just the competition side of things. There's also a live fire cooking demonstration happening throughout the day. Learn techniques, how they manage your fire, how they work with different cuts, different wood, different pit styles. If you're someone that loves cooking outdoors or wants to get better at it, this is a great opportunity to learn up close and personal from the experts. And it's all wrapped in a real festival atmosphere, live music, lawn games, food vendors, and the block party energy just makes for a great day, rain or shine, from 2 to 9. Kids 12 and under get in free. So bring the family. Tickets on sale now at tmgfest.com. That's tmgfest.com. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. This one's going to be fun. tmgfest.com. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contracting. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he definitely prefers Dos Equis. That's right. The most interesting man in the world has returned, and he's more interesting than ever before. His phone is addicted to him. All of his teeth, all are wisdom teeth. So raise a Dos Equis to the man, the myth, the legend. And remember, stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
All right, Bino. Jay Martin just came by here. He's a guy I went to school with at UT. Plays the upright bass. I told him, I said, man, come on out and kick it with us with the Ramblers tomorrow. We're on the stage from 4 to 7. Live music all day. Here's the thing about me that Bino knows, and the people I play music with are extremely inclusive. We just enjoy it. We enjoy each other. We enjoy the fellowship of what we do. It's kind of like the way this radio show is done, just in the spirit of kind of sort of what matters, you know?
Yes. Hey, Jace, Oak Ridge royalty.
Let me tell you something.
Ben Martin is his grandfather, one of the most famous athletic coach in Oak Ridge High School.
What?
History.
And he told you, Bino, he said, I got me a winning record against Spurgeon Chapel.
He said he's undefeated against Spurgeon, not winning record. At Glenwood Baptist, you got to be kidding me.
Now, I have a hard time seeing him check that Israeli national. Do you think he faced him this year, or do you think he's out of it? Our guard that we loaned.
Oh, well, he'd be coming off the bench for Spurgeon, but
did we loan him, Bino, to Spurgeon Chapel this year, our Israeli guard? Shout out Gary Sturm. Somebody said Ben Martin track. Is that right?
That is correct.
What?
Named after his grandfather.
That guy's family?
Named after his grandfather.
That guy
Absolutely.
looks good too, Bino.
He does.
So shout out to J Mart. All right, Bino. Smokey Vol wants to know how come the camera isn't on TB and Bino. Hey, Smokey Vol, you like having a camera? Just relax, dude. Enjoy the show, you clown. Bino Jeff Henderson. First of all, how did you first come to the show? Because, you know, we're in a little bit of a, I don't want to say, there's no such thing. Somebody said to me, well, you're in a down. There is no downtime, okay? No such thing as downtime. By the way, the great Jennifer Morris wants to shout out our friends at TMG Pits, because they were one of the presenting sponsors for the Fountain City Christmas Parade. She said, Tony, those people are highly, highly civic-minded people, community supporters. Bino, in your humble opinion, how did you come to the show?
Tony, I absolutely loved sports talk radio.
Yep.
I'd listen to Pete Franklin out of 3WE in Cleveland. That kind of got me addicted to it. I always hoped that somehow, some way, it could work here. And until Mike Keith and you came along, no one could make it work. And then once you guys laid the groundwork, it's probably, you've got as many choices in this area as anyone anywhere has. But I found you. I knew a little bit about you at Joy 62, but when I really started listening full time was when you were at WQBB. And at first I kind of listened. I thought you were a clown. But the more I listened, the more I liked it, the more I realized what you're talking about, that it was about community and how good you were to your callers. But I listened for a long, long time before I ever picked up the phone. I just didn't think I ever had anything airworthy. So I listened for years and years before I ever really picked up the phone. But I picked up the phone. It was 1995. I was working at K25 and called you. I think the first discussion we ever had was about Derek Jeter before he really started playing with the Yankees. I was wanting them to bring him up. But in the course of that conversation, I just felt so comfortable and so welcome that I just continued to call. But just fell in love with the show. Fell in love with being a part of the show.
And Bino, truth be told, you were a caller for several years before you ever grabbed that microphone, right?
Oh, yeah. I started calling in 95, and I think the first time that I really hosted any – now, you would let me get on the air with you from time to time at remotes and stuff. Yeah. But the first time I really hosted was you had Jeff Brock and you were working together. You had given Brocky your Saturday show.
Yep.
And he was going to have long-time callers call in on a rotating basis. and do the Saturday show with him. Phil did the first show with him. I did the second, and then Phil began to do Friday shows with you.
Yep.
And I just stayed on with Brocky and did every show from that point on, I guess. I went back to play softball, and Phil went back to Saturday show. And then when I finished playing softball, I went back, and it was Brock, Phil, and I on Saturday. But that was 2002, I think.
Yep.
So there were 7 years in between there. Most of your listeners now probably don't remember me as a caller. And those that do may not think that I should be giving out tips to callers, but I really don't care.
Bino, let's rip some callers now.
And Tony, I'll tell you, I'm embarrassed to put mine out there. After I saw yours, I'm embarrassed to put mine out there because mine are probably too tactful, and yours are just cut to the chase with explicit lyrics.
Well, I mean, here's
but I think I do have probably the most combined time on both sides of the phone.
Oh, I think it's, yeah. And here's the thing about me. When I was a kid and I was in Philly growing up, I was a kid caller to a couple of the, I've never told you that.
No.
But I was a kid caller to a couple of the radio shows. I would, on a cassette tape, record talk radio, sports radio, and then take it and listen back to it the next day in the library. This is kind of all I ever wanted to do. And there was no outlets back then. The first sports radio station came online in 1987. WFAN, WIP in Philadelphia, now owned by the same company, basically started at the same time. They brought in the format. But I go back to, and it's ironic, I used to listen to Pete Franklin on 3WE in Cleveland, which is now, what do they call it now? WTAM maybe. It's got different call letters. But anyway, Mike Trevisano is one of the big voices on it now. The thing about the era we live in, Bino, that I hate is that you no longer pull the AM radio out late at night.
Oh.
And if you did, you would get a bunch of syndicated stations around the country saying the same thing.
Yes.
That magic of local market radio over syndicated stuff is what's always drawn me. I've had opportunities down through the years to do things that are more syndicated, or, hey, you ought to reach out to this sports network. But, I've never had the desire to do anything outside of this local market from that perspective. Just serving one fan base, crying, laughing, celebrating, enjoying it, reveling in it. It never like the concept of doing what, the Jim Romes and those people, they make a lot more money than I'm making. But here's the thing, they don't really matter to people. And people don't matter to them because it's just a big, you're flying at like 100,000 feet. And where we are, we're flying 150 feet off the ground. We can come down out of the sky and touch people and say hi to people and kind of be there, And I love what we do. And so, Bino, give me your tips, because I was a caller. Here's the thing back then. You talk about my first experience is calling up, being a little kid, and the host hearing the sound of my 15-year-old voice would take the phone and jam it right in my face after I got 45 seconds out.
And you don't do that.
Well, I vowed.
You don't do that.
I vowed when I first got this gig, I'm never, ever, ever going to treat a caller that way.
And you've stuck to that.
Unless they earn it. And then because we'll go through that. We'll go through my tips here in a second. But I want to hear Bino's tips for being a good caller to a talk show.
Tony, I think the first one is before you pick up the phone, be prepared, but don't be scripted. Let the conversation develop, but have your main points. Know exactly how you're going to how you're going to put those out there. The second thing is be passionate about what you're talking about. I mean, there's no. I'm not trying to tell people not to pick up the phone, but there would be no reason for me to call you in the midst of a Lady Vol discussion. I've got nothing to add to that, okay? Because I know nothing about it.
So the first one's
be prepared, but don't be scripted.
Yeah, these folks that want to go through their bullet points, it's like, I get it.
This is a conversation.
But we're having,
This is
not a
monologue. This is not a presentation.
Yeah, don't feel the need. That's a great one, Bino. Don't feel the need to present. Just call in.
Yeah.
Now it's great. If you got 3 or 4, hey, Tony, I got a couple more things I want to get to, but don't monologue on me. Don't vomit on me. I don't vomit on you. We don't vomit on you. We'll have a little dialogue. We'll go. People say, well, you're wordy and I can't get a word in and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's because, you suck. All right, go ahead, Bino.
The second one was be passionate about what you're talking about.
That's good. We like passion. Like Columbo.
Yeah.
Columbo, he comes off top rope and he has the bionic elbow. But you got to say this for Columbo. He's got a passion to him.
Whatever he's talking about, he truly cares about it.
Yes.
Listen every once in a while in your call. Listen as much as you speak. Again, I go back to the conversation end of this thing.
Yeah. But I will say this for a listener, for calling a show. And I readily admit this. It's going extremely fast.
Yes.
And there are nerves involved. And they're not used to this.
No question.
As we are. That's why Bino gave me a good compliment, and it was 30 years ago, but I've always been this way because Laura says, why did that person just tell you that? I've always had this thing where people find me easy to talk to, so easy to talk to. They tell me personal things.
Yeah.
They tell me, what's going on in their lives, like really personal things sometimes. And I've always had a way of just kind of slowing your heartbeat down. And it's just a gift.
No, you do. It is a gift.
But I get it. You want to get on here. You want to go as fast as possible. You want to get it all. Hey, we're not going anywhere. This is not like most shows. Talk show host in town will tell you, hey, Tony, you guys shouldn't take calls. Research says, this is what people say now. Research says people don't want to hear phone calls. I don't believe that. I don't care. If that's your research is wrong. If your research is that people don't want to hear calls and you're in my business, I don't want to hear your research. I don't believe that. No. I've done this for 32 years. And
goes away from everything you stand for too, Tony.
Yes.
My number 4 is be who you are. Don't try to be your favorite caller.
Yep.
When I listened for years, and in my opinion, the best callers at the time that I started calling were Jeff Brock, Phil, and King Jim. Those were the best callers in my opinion.
Who's now Small Mike.
In the market. And
who's now had a fall from grace.
I couldn't beat them. As a matter of fact, the reason I am Bino on the radio today is because I thought Jeff Brock was the best guy that ever picked up the phone. And I didn't want to call in and you say, all right, let's go to Jeff, and go to me instead of him. And people say, that ain't Jeff. I don't know who that is, but that ain't Jeff. So I was Bino instead of Jeff Brock. And that's the trick. I mean, I was Bino before then on some other things that I did, but I used that as my radio. That's the reason that I used Bino on the radio. And my last one is call to be a part of the show. Don't call to be the show. We've already got a show. We don't need you to be the show. We need you to be a part of the show.
Invariably, what happens is people start out calling, and then they want to be more and more a part of it, and I get that.
Yes, happens to every one of us.
But it happens all the time.
Happens to every one of us that's ever been a regular caller. So we begin to believe that it's more important for people to hear us than for us to just be a part of the show.
So let's go to mine. By the way, Bino, Bino, do you expect our baseball team to get to a super regional? We haven't seen the draw. So you can't speak intelligently about it, but just as a concept, a team with literally 2.5 pitchers, Bino. Are you expecting a team with 2.5 pitchers, Bino, to get there?
I'm not, Tony. I find it hard to find a way for Tennessee to find that third win.
Yes.
And you got to win 3 games to get out of a regional. Hope I'm dead wrong. I think they're perfectly capable of winning 2.
Yes.
But if they're going to win a regional,
yes,
they absolutely have to win the first 2 games where someone has to beat them twice.
We've got a guy in here who's an LSU fan, Bino, Rodney. A.K.A. the Milk Bone. He says, Bino, that Southern Miss will be a cakewalk for the Vols. LSU would kill that regional. Hey, listen, Chief. Hey, Chief. LSU wouldn't. There's not a regional in the country they could win. Okay? LSU couldn't win the Ivy League with the baseball team they put on the field this year. Stop it, Rodney. LSU couldn't even make it to like Friday in the tournament, Rodney. What are you talking about? LSU is the dregs of society in college baseball. What do you think? Just because you put your uniform on, your team sucks, man. Jeez. LSU? Calhoun's Carpe, Tony. They whipped us. Well, no kidding. We're the team that you get into extra innings with us and you beat us by double digits. You get run rolled in the 15th, Bino. We're the team that gets run. Bino, in your lifetime, have you ever seen that? Getting beat double digits in extra innings?
No.
Is that possible?
Yes, it's obviously possible, but I've never seen it.
You know, I think our team is home now. The TMG Pitts guys ought to invite our bullpen out here tomorrow and use those guys as accelerant. Because every one of those guys could start a great fire that would burn for days.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, no offense, but if you're in our bullpen, chances are you suck. No offense. I didn't do it. The Lady Vols last night, that was a great game. Did you watch any of that? Great softball game. Great softball game.
I flipped over a couple of times.
Great softball game.
I didn't see any runs scored while I was watching.
Great softball.
Yeah, that's
2 home runs first inning. And then kind of settles in. They're not able. Lady Vols threatened several times. Both teams had 7 hits. Lady Vols, it was just a great. At the very end, the tying run comes to the plate twice. I guess the winning run. The winning run's at the plate. The go-ahead run, the Lady Vols still in the bat. But the event itself was it was wonderful. I love this softball tournament. I'll make a prediction for you. I said this yesterday on the air. I believe that marketability and beauty of face and skin matter in our culture.
Yes.
And I believe that in softball, you get kind of 2 types that are playing that sport. You get the Barbie dolls, and then you get some people that are like the base of the pyramid. And no, I'm just talking about when it comes to the cheerleaders, you got to have people got to form a base. I mean, I didn't do that. But Bino, the Carlin Pickinsons of the world, okay? They're getting ready to launch this professional softball deal. It's going to make it. I'll predict that to you.
Okay.
You think that's crazy?
No, I don't think that's crazy.
First of all, it'll give these kids a chance to play. So those in that softball culture are going to support it, okay? Look, Brandon and the King over here that are doing this event tomorrow, okay? It only works if people support it. This radio show, and I've always been like humble and approachable. People say, is that fake? No, it's not, because you make my living possible. I know that every day. Now, some of you are punks and clowns, and I do block people from time to time, and I blew a guy up for life here today on YouTube, and I don't back away from any of that. But the truth is that at the end of it all, Danny's Jerry Curl said, the only way Tony's made it this far is by beauty of face and skin.
I don't know. Tony, is that Brandon in a pink tutu over there?
Yes.
It is. It is a caricature. Tony will probably steal that. He stole Johnny Darden's one time.
I think that would scare me a lot worse than Johnny Darden in a garage. Brandon in a pink tutu. All right. Dino, I want to go through my tips for callers, and then we'll get some calls in. Here's the thing about calls. This is not a one-size-fits-all deal, okay? For instance, can Titans Bill still be a good caller? Yes.
Yes.
There are certain calls that transcend the show. They're just artists. I mean, I don't know how to say that. And then there are some people who try to be artists and they're not. They're doing graffiti. They're defacing the program. Bino, the base of the pyramid line, are you for that, or you were like picturing that? I mean,
I'm for it, Tony.
It's politically incorrect.
No kidding.
But that's what you get in that sport, right?
That's right.
You get your four hitter. Your four hitter is going to be top 5 tips for calling the show. Okay. Number 1, this is from me now. Please be listening to the show before you call in, or at least act like it. People that call me on the air and say, "What are you talking about?" Now, no offense to you, but what are you talking about? When you call this show and you say, "What are you talking about?" And I want to say, what exactly, as Steve Carell's character said to Toby's, what gives you, like, moving along, what gives you the right? All right, number 2.
I guess my question is, why would you call a show
when you're not
listening to?
Number 2. Don't act like a prick.
Cuts to the chase.
Look, you might call in. You might disagree with what we're talking about. We might have a terrible take. But you don't got to come in like super hot, okay? Kind of come in like you're coming into the barbershop. Warm it up like Florida does. And then, if you got a grievance, get to your grievance. Hey, man, I disagree with, or hey, you're uninformed, or you're this, or it's cool. I can take it. But don't come in like you're, like you're some tough guy. Because you know how long you're going to last on here? About 5 segundos. As long as it takes me to reach over and blast you. Because I got no problem blasting you. Number 3. When you call the show, be interesting. In other words, just be yourself and be interesting. Most people are pretty interesting. I haven't met very many like super dull people in my life. Bino, have you?
No.
Most people have an interesting story.
Right.
Most people have something to say. Most people have experiences. That fellow that walked by you earlier, royalty of Oak Ridge, you never would have known that.
No way.
And Bino sat there and had like a 5-minute conversation with the guy. And point 4.
We're all wonderfully and uniquely made, Tony.
That's right.
Made to go
And we're all
together.
totally different. Totally different. Don't agree with everything the host says. When somebody calls me and they say, hey, man, I agree with everything you say, I'm like, dude, or lady, you need your head checked. If you agree with everything I say. Don't agree with everything. Number 4, when appropriate, use humor, but only if it's funny. Because, Bino, what do you call unfunny humor?
Well, it's not humor. I don't know. Humor is funny.
Music City Sam. I tune out Titans Bills calls. It's a good 10-minute mental recess. Hey, that's fine. I get it. Look, some people would look at Picasso and go, what is that? What did the guy draw there? What is that? I'm telling you right now, they'll talk about Titans Bill 150 years from now. That is literal, eternal art that man does. Art. Continuing. Top 5 ways to get processed as a caller. 1, call in when you're not listening to the show. You're getting processed. 2, come hard off the top rope at me in the first 20 seconds. Processed. Bore me or turn me off in the first 30 seconds. Gone. Call me and tell me you agree with everything we say all the time. Gone. Try to use humor when you're really not funny. Gone. In my mind, I'm thinking, I can't wait. And then finally, when you think you're bigger than the deal, you're going to get processed. Little look behind the curtain there, Bino.
I like it, Tony.
It's true.
Yes.
You're not bigger than the deal. I'm not bigger than the deal. Somebody calling the show is not bigger than the deal.
Yeah. No, that's right.
So those are our tips. And I hope you enjoy them and take them well. Now, let me ask you something, Bino. Do you think Nega Dave is a good caller? Bino.
I think Nega Dave is an excellent caller. He and I see things totally different.
Yep.
We can look at the same thing. I've told you before, I'm the opposite side of the spectrum from Nega Dave. I'll search through the landfill for one gem, and he'll find the one blemish on Miss America. But we're both for the same team and the same result. And there's not a troll.
No.
There's nothing troll about him.
No.
He's the real deal Holyfield.
He texts me on my burner phone, by the way, and will say things like, this Elander guy doesn't get it. This team sucks. That guy's terrible. And the Vols will come back and win 10-3, and I'll go, Dave, the game was pretty good, yeah. It's just how he consumes, like we're all different. It's how he consumes sports.
Mm-hmm.
He is not trying to push your button, sports fan.
Nope.
And Bino saw the guy in living color and told me, hey, Tony, they called the guy Crazy Dave on the soft. And then Dave told me, hey, Tony, you know what my nickname was? Crazy Dave. And I said to him, you don't say. The story you tell about the guy throwing a bat on the ground and it coming up and busting his nose might be one of the greatest things ever.
Well, I'll say Dave was an outstanding softball player and one of the most fierce competitors I've ever been with.
You don't say.
And everyone that I didn't play a lot with Dave, but when Dave left the field, he the realm.
Well, the guy's a nut job.
But he's genuine. I'll tell you something I've learned through the years in this show that I'm thankful for.
Yep.
I'm thankful to you for. I was absolutely in love with my own opinion when I first started doing this, even to the point to where I was offended if someone had a different opinion than mine.
Yeah.
I thought that everyone should look at sports with the rosy glasses that I do. And none of that's right. We're just all different. We view it different.
Yeah.
I respect other people's opinions more than I once did.
Yep.
I still get mad from time to time. You know, people can still, but I've told you before, the thing that separated your show from every other show that I ever listened to or ever wanted to be a part of was the sense of community that came from it. And the fact that your show, when I listen to it, it makes me laugh.
Yep.
It makes me mad, and it makes me think. And that's what I want. I realized, hey, that's what I want out of a show. That's what I want out of it.
Number 6 way to get processed. Julie Herman's roast beef says those days where Basilio doesn't take any calls. I guess that's that's a processing. You know, that doesn't happen much, but sometimes shows are content heavy. It's another thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
those are good. Those are good shows.
That's another thing that I learned is when you and I host, we do it differently.
Yep.
I am nowhere close to the entertainer you are, and so I take as many calls as I can take because I don't, and I'm not the interviewer you are. So I take as many calls as I can possibly take because that's my comfort zone. But that doesn't make it a better way to do it. And if I did it every day like you do it, there's no way I could do that.
Right.
Or would do that.
Right. Next call. Hi, you're on the air.
Tony, this is Sergio.
Hey, Serge.
Tony, I love the advice that Bino's given out today for your next generation of callers. That's fantastic. You know, I've kind of morphed into what you'd probably call a vampire caller. Most of my calls happen after dark, which is probably a good thing. but you know, but I am a little bit like Gaylord Perry. I still can. I'm an old guy that can still throw a knuckleball every now and then. So I wouldn't consider myself a Hall of Famer, but you know, I still get an out when you need one.
I find you to be an excellent caller. I've always found you to be an excellent caller down through the years. Brian Hartman said yesterday that, you know, infrequency of calls at times can help a caller as well, you know?
Absolutely. That was going to be one of the two things I wanted to add to Bino's advice. You know, hey, you don't have to call every day. And, you know, you provide ample opportunities, again, after dark, for people to, you know, to get their training wheels out. You know, the post-game shows are a great chance to, hey, get your feet wet. You know, get used to calling in. So, you know, I appreciate the platforms that you have created over the years for a variety of different callers and now posters, which are just absolutely out of control, Tony. Your YouTube chat is just out of control. But again, it's another platform for people to engage with the Tony Basilio family, and I'm always appreciative of that.
Well, I appreciate you, Sergio. You're the man.
Thanks, Sergio.
Sergio, our baseball team, in your humble opinion, are they playing past next weekend no matter where we go? What do you expect?
It's going to take a Herculean effort by our batters. Our hitting has got to outpace our pitching. That's the only and again, it depends on where we land, Tony. It depends on where we land. But we've got guys like Trent Dinglinger that are going to put us on his shoulders and carry us as far as he can. And I think, it's going to be it's going to rely on our bats. And I hope the juice from our bats will bleed over into the bullpen.
Bino, are you for or against the nickname Trent Dinglinger?
I like Dinglinger. I think that's perfect.
That guy, for his age, how pure is that swing?
He is a hitter.
Buddy,
I mean, that guy can
hits
hit.
it to all fields, hits it where it's pitched, doesn't try to do too much with it, hits it hard. I love watching him, man.
Me too. And I really believe that he raised the entire level of our offense.
No doubt. He doesn't show up, this team's going to win about 8 conference games. That's what's going to happen to them.
Yep.
Berkey.
He sees the ball so well, Tony.
Yes.
Sees the pitch.
Yes.
Guys, have a great weekend. Go Big Orange.
Thanks, Sergio.
865-200-5402. Kirby Floby said, best way to stay on the phone is to be a complete sheep. That's not true, Kirby. Not true at all. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony, this is Blake from Chattanooga.
Hey, Blake in Chattanooga. Good to hear from you, my brother.
Good to hear from you. Hey, I just wanted to tell you I appreciate what you're doing. I love the show. I found you recently talking about the transfer portal stuff, and that was good stuff. It kept me really informed and love to hear about it. But today I wanted to talk about football a little bit with you.
Hit it.
So I was listening yesterday. I've been listening every day. I drive around a Sprinter van, so I got plenty of time to listen. And between listening to you talk about it and listening to the playbook talk about it, they were getting into, like, how okay are we going to be with us going possibly 7-5 this year, perhaps, and depending on what the quarterback's doing and everything. And I just wanted to dip into, like, kind of what you thought about it, because we've been to a playoff. We didn't do so well in that game, but I mean, we were up from where we were, and now it seems like we're kind of falling back down. Just wanted to see how you felt about where we should be and where we are.
After we went to the playoff, I came on here about 2 months after that and said I have a fear that we're going to lose altitude under this coach. And I'm not trying to be like funny about it. Bino, did I say that on the air?
Yes, you did.
One thing you're always going to get from me, my friend in Chattanooga, is my honest opinion.
And I blanched at it.
And Bino got mad at me. Look, and a lot of people did. People got very angry with me. Here's what concerned me after that, okay? When Indiana made a playoff, they put on more steam and went out and got aggressive in the transfer portal. And look at what they – I'm not saying we would have won a national championship last year. That's silly. Because the whole Nico circus thing threw us behind the 8 ball, and we had to recover from it last year, okay? But the truth is, though, that unless our head coach gets more committed to playing in the portal, he's going to be finishing somewhere between 16 and 24 and be in the back of the playoff, and he's going to get himself fired. That's what's going to happen. I like the guy. I don't want to see him get fired, but he's already long in the tooth as a head coach. This is year number 6 for him. And here's the thing about what they saw in spring practice. What they saw from George McIntyre scared the living daylights out of them, to the point where right now, this point in time, he is not a viable option at quarterback. Now, does that mean in 2 months that when camp reconvenes and they get back together and it gets live again in about 6 weeks, does that mean that camp won't be the case? No. But what it does mean is that what they saw in the spring was substandard play by him, that if you play the way he played in SEC football games, you're going to win very few of them. I'm just speaking the truth. So I believe if they had a do-over, they would have gone into the transfer portal and they would have gotten a viable quarterback. Because here's the thing. This freshman quarterback can be very good, but that's not viable. Playing a true freshman quarterback, that's not serious. Playing a true freshman quarterback in this league. Because when you do that, you're probably going to finish at best 8-4. You throw a true freshman quarter. That's with a good team around a kid, because that's a daunting schedule. It's going to be difficult. Here's the question he asked, Bino, which is a great question. How does our fan base this year in year 6 react, even though they've premedicated themselves that this is going to be a tweener year? And how does our fan base react, Bino, to it? What do you think?
I don't think they would react well at all. I think the majority of the fan base would look at it as year 6 and year 7 and 5. Now, what could occur?
Yes,
is you have a guy like Faison who looks like he's getting it as the season goes along.
That's the point.
And you see something special in him late in the season, and you say, okay, next year,
right?
We'll give some grace here.
Yeah,
next year's our year.
Calhoun's Carp says Schaefer and Ainge were serious, Tony. Oh, no. I'm not saying this kid can't play, but here's the problem, okay? When you throw freshmen out there, this ain't 20 years ago. Yeah. This league is older now. These teams are built from the portal. That's an 18-year-old kid competing on these high-end rosters, the Texases of the world, the LSUs of the world, against 22 and 23-year-old football players. That's not a fair fight. Okay? Let's just say that out loud. That's right. That's not a fair fight. It's not a. So what you asked the question, I'll ask you. What do you believe the fans are going to do if let's say the season is 8-4 or 7-5? How do our fans react?
I think it depends on what kind of 8-4 and what kind of 7-5 it is in terms of what do those games look like. Because my big issue with last season was Joey Aguilar went out there and did a great job. And people have different opinions about him. Some people rip on him, and some people really, really appreciated what he did. I'm a big appreciator of what he did, because he came in and learned the system kind of fast and had to go out there, and they just threw him to the Lions then. And I thought he did a great job. And I think he played well enough to win that Georgia game. I was at that game. I was sitting in the end zone at the goalpost where that field goal was missed. I remember that vividly. And I remember watching Coach Heupel in that fourth quarter kind of take his foot off the gas. And we were settling for field goals. We were punting away. And Georgia's burning a freshman corner out there who's learning the college game. And we're settling for field goals in that fourth quarter. And that's, to me, is why we lost. It wasn't the missed field goal. Even though it was the missed field goal, I thought it was us taking our foot off the gas is what lost us that game. And if that continues to happen, I think the fan base, including myself, is going to get pretty irritated.
I think that's a pretty good thought. I think there were moments in that game that could have been handled with more pedal to the metal. People disagree with that. That's fine. You and I are it gets back to what we were just talking about. I don't think there's any right or wrong answers in that. I think that game is why we love college football, because there's so much. It's like watching baseball. There's so much of that that's open to interpretation. It's like, how do you see it?
Yeah.
And you can always second guess in the moment, but he's got the headset. He's got to make the decision, and it didn't work out for him that day, Bino.
I could be dead wrong about this, too. I think there's going to be a little bit more mercy within Tennessee's fan base, because I think there's a much higher percentage of fans that want to see Josh Heupel succeed than any of his predecessors since former.
And I think it's because he's not clownish.
Yeah.
And he's serious, and he's got a serious program.
And he's also shown. I mean,
and he's shown he can do it.
He's won 11 games in a season and 10 games in a season, and those are nothing to sneeze at.
No. The whole thing
is That's my thing about it, getting to kind of what you're talking about there. We've seen him succeed, and we've seen that Hendon Hooker year and Jalen Hyatt year. They weren't taking foot off the gas for anybody.
No.
And my thing is like, why are we seeing that now?
Everybody's adjusted. I mean, they took the 2 and 3 safety look and thrown it at him. And you heard Comrade Golish, I don't know if you saw the clip, but he said, hey, what they're doing when I was there on offense and what they're doing right now are 2 different offenses. And he's right.
Yeah, it's completely
but
different.
You had to evolve.
I'm not seeing the halftime adjustments that I was seeing that year.
Well, look, it's easy to halftime adjust when you got a guy that's got a magic wand in his hand and your wide receivers are running wide open.
Yeah.
You know, now teams are saying to Tennessee, and this is one adjustment that Heupel's got to make, I believe. They got to play cleaner football because most teams look at him and go, you go 13 plays down the field, your team's going to commit 2 or 3 penalties in those 13 plays. You're going to stop yourself. I don't even need to stop you. We just need to take the throw away from you throwing the ball over our safeties or over our corners, and we need to mitigate the quick scores. We mitigate the quick scores. You got to go 12 yards or 12 plays, rather, cleanly down the field. We hurt ourselves.
Yeah, we do. And I may be dead wrong about this as well.
Yeah.
But I think Josh Heupel is a plenty good enough coach for the SEC.
He's excellent.
What I'm not sure of is his approach to roster building good? I mean, the right way to do it in today.
Well, I read X's report over at tclub.team, and he dropped a couple thousand words on us a couple days ago. And I walk out of that kind of confused because on one hand, X says, you know, they're not jumping into crazy bidding wars right now, so they've lost some guys. Fan base, don't panic. On the other hand, they are going to rely heavily on the high school rank. So those of you like Basilio that want them to go portal heavy, you're not going to get your wish. And I'm going somehow in there, X, and I love X, but somehow in there, it doesn't make any sense to me. But listen, you in Chattanooga, please call us again. You're an excellent caller, and we'd love to hear from you again.
I will.
Thank you, my
I try to call
brother.
every now and then sometimes it's too busy, but I'll be trying.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. In the meantime, we're going to do this. The playbook with the great William Patterson's on the way next, who I love. I just love William. Somebody referenced him earlier. Shout out, William. I guess our last caller did. He joins you. We're going to stay over here at tclub.team and do whatever it is we're doing live on the eve of the TMG Fest. Tickets available at tmgfest.com. Hit that legal.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Bino, we had a little. Oh, Bino, we had a little bit of everything today.
We
Your thoughts?
did. I thought it was a fun show, Tony. We're still going. What a setup this is. What a
Oh, my
place.
gosh,
man, I'm visualizing what this place is going to look like and smell like tomorrow.
You ought to go over there and smell what the king is doing. Go get a whiff of that, Beanstar. Hey, Rob, is there anything cooked in here at all? Is there anything cooked in here? Bino wants a hot dog. Huh? Not yet. When do we have to come back for something that's cooked? 2 to 9 tomorrow. That's funny. So when Russell Smith's here in 3 hours, nothing going to be cooked? Good luck with that. That guy will come in here angry and hot.
Hangry
and hot. He's got what? Tonight at 7, VIP dinner. I didn't know about that. You know why, Bino?
I didn't either, Tony.
You
And
know
there's
why, Bino?
I know why.
There's
I know
a reason
exactly
for
why.
that. Yeah.
Because it's a VIP
Because
dinner.
we're a couple of damn peons. Let's call this what it is. Peons on display.
We're from Hack Draft.
Peons on display. Yeah, we're the hack
Hack Draft.
We're the Hack Draft barbecue. Oh my gosh, Bino. Question is, do you and I have fun doing this? Yes, we do.
All the time, Tony.
Question is,
if I didn't, I wouldn't still be here.
Did we do a guide for callers? Yes.
Yes, we did.
Was that guy a great caller? Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
We went 8-4 when Manning was a freshman. Next season, we went 11-1. Listen, college football is different than it was then. But here's one thing that's true. First of all, I don't compare any quarterback to Peyton Manning. I throw that out. Okay. It's like throw out your highest grade, throw out your lowest grade, and somewhere in the middle meets the deal. I will never forget you and I were at that practice when Manning rolled out there and got under center as an 18-year-old. We looked at each other and we're like, that doesn't look like an 18-year-old kid right there. Just, you could tell that Archie, I'm sorry, not to be confused with he named after a part of your foot. Archie, you could tell that Archie drilled that kid.
Yes.
Put it this way. Peyton looks a little better than Arch did last year. Peyton, first couple snaps in practice, Bino, we were there.
Yeah.
That was crazy looking. There was just something about him. Obviously, Jerry Colquitt's healthy. Peyton's not seeing the field that year. That's how it is. That's how it was. That's how it's always going to be. And Jerry was going to have a big year that year. That was so sad when he got hurt against UCLA. But Manning in practice looked, I don't know what you would call that, but the body language, just the way he just looked the part, Bino. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, and he did without giving off the air of just a athletic specimen, like the kid that came from Texas with him the same year. He was an athletic specimen. But Peyton just had an air of confidence about him that's and knowledge that's uncommon as a freshman. Way beyond. He was just way beyond in those areas when you watched.
We have all summer to talk about this, but I think one thing that is going to shape this season in the eyes of Tennessee fans, and look, again, nobody's going to see it the same, but I'm talking about as a monolith. The thing that's going to shape this season in the eyes of Tennessee fans, Bino, is does that quarterback, whomever it is, give me hope that 2027 can be a year where we make a run, not to the 12-team playoff, but a run to the top of college football? If the answer to that is yes, Josh Heupel can go 7-5 and get blown out 3 or 4 times, in my opinion. Some people don't want to hear that, but I believe that's the case. If the answer to that is yes, Josh Heupel can get his eyeballs drilled out 3 or 4 times. We can be non-competitive and get hammered. And this defensive coordinator we brought in here could look like a Chinese fire drill. Not saying no offense to that, but can you still say Chinese fire drill?
No, I don't think so.
Can you say Asian fire drill?
No, I don't think so. I think you just have to say fire drill now.
Is Chinese torture still a thing?
Probably not. No, it's just plain torture.
Okay, so what fun is this? There's no fun in any of that.
It's not.
All right, so let's go back to the
We're all
phones.
too serious about ourselves.
But the truth is, okay, I believe that our fan base wants to be long-suffering with this guy. If they see a quarterback that can't play either guy, and those guys both suck, and they both really struggle, and don't look like they're getting better, Heupel could get fired this year. That's how these gigs work.
Sure.
I definitely think, because you kind of alluded to that a couple weeks ago, that there's a possibility that if it looks bad enough and doesn't look like it's going in the right direction, and you get hammered by a few people, I think you can get hammered by a few people and have people very hopeful for 2027 if the quarterback looks like the quarterback's getting better. That quarterback means so much in this equation.
I mean, Tony, James Franklin got fired last year, 3 or 4 games into the season. James Franklin got fired last year, 3 or 4 games into the season. That's just the profession.
Yep.
And if it can happen to him, it can happen to Josh too.
A year where, for Penn State, they went out and got the guy we got, a coordinator. And then Franklin afterwards, who's totally low rent. He's just a low rent dude. Franklin says, well, that was my mistake, hiring him. Really, really big game, James. Where Joe O'Sullivan and Fidanza, my brother Richard, and a bunch of other Penn State people I know, want to know where he was when you were absolutely choking in every big game under the sun. Big game, James. You talk about a guy with some empty calories wins. But let's go to the phones. The thing about, I'll tell you something else too that you need to keep in mind. People say Danny White would never fire the guy he brought here. Bino, you and I have been around this for a long, long time, okay? How much say is Danny White going to have when those boosters pick that phone up and call him whenever it is, whatever November it is, because everybody gets fired in that deal? How much say do these ADs in your mind get, Bino, in these deals with football coach?
College football.
Yeah.
Very, very little.
Thank you.
Very, very. They're not a strong enough dam to hold back the tide. They can't do it.
Because here's what happens. Charlie Anderson or whomever, Jimmy Haslam, whomever, they say, hey, Danny, here's how this is going to go. You're going to walk in there. You're going to call this guy in your office, and you're going to fire him. And if you don't, we're going to fire you.
Yeah.
That's how this works. And guess what Danny White's going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to fire him.
That was my next question.
How
many guys in Danny White's spot say, okay, then you just fire me too?
Yes. Now,
Ernie Martyr's in there.
Vol Girl 1 says Halsley should be gone, but we gave him a huge raise and renewed his contract. Why should Halsley be gone? What are we going to blame him for, Bino?
When a guy like Josh, who's a renowned offensive guy, when the offense is good, it's him. When the offense is bad, it's his coordinator.
That's right.
Coordinators are layers of insulation. They're easily peeled off.
TMG Fest tickets available online. Quarterback situation, Salty Vol. What does that mean? He should be fired because of the quarterback situation, Bino. Again, who's recruiting the quarterbacks? You guys can blame Halsley. I've argued with Orange Throat, take shots at Halsley all the time. Halsley's not an offensive coordinator. He's offensive coordinator in name only. I don't blame him one bit. You see who's got the play sheet during the games. You watch the games. You can see who's calling the plays. I mean, give me a break. And by the way, the quarterback situation, the head coach is responsible for that, not the court, What do you think? Quarterback situation, that's a head coach.
Yeah. I really believe that they thought that Joey was going to get an extra year, and he was their guy, and they didn't need to go the portal to get anyone else, and it didn't work. They were mistaken.
TMG Fest tomorrow right here where we be. We're at the Hardin Valley Event Center. We're 2620 Willow Point Way. We are right near the Hardin Valley Academy. This is a beautiful community we're in right here. This place is going to be reeling and a rocking and rolling to the break of dawn. Tomorrow is going to be unbelievable out here. All right, let's go to the phones. Hey, how about this one, Bino? Super J Max says, and then we'll go to the phones. What happens if Golish comes in here? Now, we're going to do a show on this, okay, this summer. We always do this, right? Games you cannot lose.
Yes.
I would put this guy, Golish, is in way over his head at Auburn, and that'll be seen in time. He basically took his team from Central Florida with him to Auburn.
there is a, what do we call those? No excuses. What's a word for that, Bino, that you would use for losing to him?
Zero tolerance.
Thank you. Would you join me in putting that one in this?
Tony,
if you want to get yourself fired, that's a
Josh
good way to
doesn't
get blown
need
out
to
by him.
lose. He does not need to lose to Golish here.
If he gets
No.
popped by him, like really popped, and one guy's offense looks
would not
really
be
good.
good.
And here's the thing.
That erases a whole lot of equity.
One guy's going to have a 4-year quarterback. That's the type of guy you should go get in the portal if you're the Vols. Now, they weren't going to get him because he played for that coach and he was going to play the same system. But see, that's the thing you leave yourself open to when you choose to play with kids. So, well, Tony, that's not what they did. They didn't. So, Music City Sam says Golish isn't doing anything in Neyland with that receiving core and that mechanically deficient quarterback. Sam, it's not what we're talking about. The question is, Sam, what if he does? What if he does?
No, Josh does not need that to happen.
Let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome. You're on our extra time overtime. Hi.
How are my friends compatriots doing today?
There he is.
Say, W. Lynn.
First out, give a shout to Rob Troxler for me. I'm going to get my car by there next week, I hope, for some work. And I'm going to tell you, Rob and Brian is the only place myself and my daughter will ever take a car again to get work on, and the only place we'll look for a new car. I want to tell all the audience that. That's the place to go, Carnes Motor Company.
He just waved out at you, W. Lynn.
Let me tell you something, W. Lynn, about them, okay? First of all, they're familia to me, and I echo your sentiment. And not only that, but those guys are total community all the way, and those guys are in it for the long haul, and those guys would never put you in an automobile they wouldn't drive themselves. That's what I love about those dudes.
They're great, and you can also tell him I think I'm going to bring some Tupperware. You know, I'm a bachelor. I got to load up on some of this food if there's any left over.
Hey, Rob, can W. Lynn bring some Tupperware tomorrow for some vittles?
Not tomorrow, but...
Hey, Troxler, can he bring some Tupperware to the event tomorrow for some vittles at 9 o'clock tomorrow night? Yeah.
He said, "Don't roll a cooler in here, W. Lynn."
Troxler got you.
Okay, don't roll the softball cooler.
Yeah.
Hey guys, shout out to the Lady Vols. That was a great game, Tony. I was a nervous wreck the whole game, and I was kind of proud. We had a good crowd competing with the Bananas, and I'm just so fired up. I hope the game starts at 3. I don't know what times, with the weather and all, but shout out to the Lady Vols. And Tony, you summed it up, and I just turned on to this Florida-Texas Tech game, which is now tied. Texas Tech was up 4-0. And one of those bottom of the pyramid girls from Florida hit a home run, Tony.
Yep.
And another one just hit a 3-run home run.
No offense, but I want in that sport, I want my 4 and 5 hitter to have thick legs and a big old rear end.
That's right. Give me a good base.
I want them on my Sir Mix-a-Lot All-Star team.
Yeah. And we were at my brother's during Easter. The whole family was there, and somebody was looking at a girl like that. And I just said, let's just say she's healthy. Let's just say she's healthy. But bottom of the pyramid, Tony, I love that. That's the greatest thing ever.
Hey, I want my 4 and 5 hitter. Baby Got Back ought to be your walk-up tune.
Yeah. Oh, boy. But anyhow, so Texas Tech was infuriated when the bids went out and they weren't a top 8 seed. I don't know if you know all about that. They've got that $1 million pitcher, and they have a great record, but they were in the Big 12, and they're an 11 seed, and now they're tied with Florida in games.
I hope they get beat. I hope they get beat. They're obnoxious. When I saw Brittany Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes up there last year in their own little cubby hole in their stadium watching that last year, let me tell you something, W. Lynn. I hope I don't cheer for the Florida Gators in basically anything. But I'm damn well rooting for them right now, aren't you, W. Lynn?
I kind of am too. You know, the Texas Tech took one of our best players away.
Exactly.
I can't remember her name.
Exactly.
Just
the third baseman, right?
Yeah, I think so. Best defender, best hitter, all that. Yeah, so I'm sick of Texas Tech too. But Tony, Are the Fountain City Ramblers playing at Fountain City Day Monday?
We're playing 4 to 7 here tomorrow. We're playing Sunday night down at the marina in Lenoir Cité, and I will be in the fetal position when the show is over on Monday, W. Lynn, after that. Trust me, I'll be good and tired, brother.
Well, I'll look for Jennifer Morris. I bet will be down there Monday. I'll look for her. You think she'll be down there at Fountain City Day?
She's the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. She will be there defending her AEW women's belt.
She's the mayor of Fountain City as far as I'm concerned.
She's absolutely a champion in the community. She's the greatest. I love her. I love Jennifer.
And maybe we can make John Adams the vice mayor.
John Adams has an absolute screw loose.
But Tony, great show today, and I might try to get out there tomorrow. Seriously, now that you've made it clear it's indoor where you're going and stuff, and
yep, it's in the pavilion. W. Lynn, you want to get here? It's undercover. It's wide open, but it's undercover. It's beautiful here, W. Lynn. Beautiful.
You said there was a lot of my Central Bobcats out there.
A ton of them.
They're running the show, W. Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I got any red and black that'll fit, but I might bring a megaphone or something. But Tony, I got another thing. The All Sports Trophy for just the SEC's come out. Have you heard about that?
No. Tell me about it.
Okay, we finished number 1 in women, number 10 in men, and number 5 overall.
That ain't bad. Number 5 overall. That's good. Danny White's getting the job done.
Yeah, and we got to pick it up in the men's department a little bit. But in the women's, I think that rowing win over Texas was the final thing that put us over to the top. So
W. Lynn, I know one thing. That Coxman, what do you call it?
Coxon. It's like Coxin. That's how it's pronounced.
Because people on here were saying like coxswain and stuff. See, that's why I like it this show, because we're learning about different sports.
We're learning stuff. All right.
W. Lynn, love you. Thanks.
It's spelled coxswain, but it's not pronounced that way.
As in coxswain event. Thank you, W. Lynn.
Great
let's go back. Let's go back to our phones. W. Lynn said he didn't have any red and black. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Well, hello, you two.
Hey, Richard. Welcome
Richard.
in.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's good to be welcomed in. And, hey, it's just good that we're getting a bunch of rain here in Middle Tennessee today and yesterday. So definitely needed it. Our county had put out, they didn't want nobody wasting any water and stuff because we've been in such a drought. This entire spring has been horrible.
It's been awful, man.
Low. Yeah, and I know y'all been in the same thing up in East Tennessee
man,
as well.
It's awful. Killing my allergies, man. Killing. We need about 5 more inches of rain just to get rid of whatever's in the air here.
Yes, absolutely. It's the worst allergy year I can remember. Most definitely. But hey, good show as always. Love hearing it. Yesterday was classic. I was actually driving back from Birmingham yesterday, so got a chance to listen, and some of the guys were complaining about, I guess, your first hour with Neil, the guy from Ole Miss and stuff, as he was doing a lot of talking, and so those guys that kind of were on that yesterday, like I said, man, you just kind of ignore them. So,
well, let me ask you something. Don't you think it's interesting that people are taking shots at Mississippi? Like, what? Why? They've never even mattered. They had 1 year that was kind of a blip on the radar. The guy from Texas in 2 weeks has gone after Ole Miss and now Texas Tech. I think he's worried about his football program this year, Richard. I think he's laying the groundwork. He does not sound confident to me.
Well, especially when they come up and get spanked in Neyland this year, he'll truly not be confident. And but no, I don't understand that some of these coaches and the way they're carrying on. I understand one thing. Yes, the SEC is a brand new SEC with all of these teams. It's a loaded league. Everybody's got money. Everybody's got players. It's harder than it's ever been. And so these guys are all just fighting to try to save jobs, to do this. I mean, it's just unreal. It's a completely different league now. It's not nowhere. You can't go back to any era of last decade or the previous decade or the previous one before that and try to do any comparison of what's going on in today's college football, the SEC. Completely different. So just got to continue to roll with it and see how teams go. And now saying that, Tony, I was talking a little bit about recruiting. I have seen a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of a change financially. Yes, is Josh and them going after some serious dudes in the high school level? Yeah, they want the kid out of Chattanooga. They're going to pay him if he comes. They got some other really, really good players they're going to pay. But where they are stepping back is there's some really good players that might not be able to help them for 2 years that they would like to have, but they're not going to overpay for them. And some other schools have even come into Knoxville and got, a couple of really good football players that Tennessee's not going to overspend for because they are going to save some more money for the portal. I do believe it. I believe he'll play in the portal a little bit more than he has.
In the past. Hey, Richard, how many players would you pull out of the portal if it was your dime and your dance floor? What would you do that?
Man, I'd have to, Tony, honestly, I'd have to wait and see how the roster finishes after the fall and then into the football season, what you're going to retain, because we're still a very young football team. That's a young roster. So he doesn't and shouldn't play big time in the high school ranks because you don't need a lot of young 18-year-old kids coming in because you already got a bunch of 18 and 19-year-olds on this team. You do need to hit the portal for some more veteran guys because you remember back in the winter, I said I wanted us to go young at quarterback because I don't see 26 as a year we can compete for any kind of championship, but the 27 roster has an opportunity because all these young guys are all going to continue to develop. That's when I was like, I'm happy. I hope Faison is the starting quarterback. I hope he gets to learn and grow because, again, the roster coming back with him in 27 is really good. You go in the portal and you solidify the hose you got. Now you've got a chance to compete for championships in 27. So, hey, I'm all for the youth. I'm glad we didn't go out and just get a transfer kid and plug him in like we did Joey and maybe win 9 games, but we really can't compete for anything. I want this young team to grow together. So my success going into the football season is not necessarily the one-loss record, even though I do expect us to be 8-4 better with the roster we have and the defensive changes we made. My thing is, how competitive are we in every game? How do we look against Texas? How do we look when we go to Texas A&M? How do we look when we play LSU and when we have Alabama? These games like that, if we in every game, you see that team growing and you say, man, this team has got something and they're very close. And 27 could definitely be the year. That's what I want to see out of this coming season.
Hey, Richard, I appreciate you, man. Good talking to you, and have a great weekend. Hey,
thanks, Richard.
Listen, there's nothing like right now. I'm a big Flyer fan. There's nothing like the way we finish that season and me thinking, man, we're taking a step next year. Now, whether we do or not, I have no idea. But the thought of that, just get that hope. Makes you look forward to something, right?
It does. Absolutely.
And you can do that this year. You can lay some, you can still get whacked a few times and lay some groundwork.
No question, especially at that quarterback position. If you can look at that and say, this is a guy that can take us to a different level for several seasons.
Back to the phones we go. Let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome. You're on the air.
Hello, Tony, and hello, Bino.
Hello, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Tony, I was watching the Big 12 baseball tournament, and I just took a glance of Kansas and Baylor. I'll tell you who I rooted for in that game. I rooted for KU because one of Jesse's co-workers is a KU alum. And I call him the root beer float man. His name is Austin Olnick. He is the chief meteorologist at Channel 12. And I hope that the Jayhawks go all the way. So rock chalk Jayhawk.
As good a reason to pull for them as I can think of. Bill, why do you call him the root beer float man?
Because he loves root beer floats.
That's a good reason as well.
Be listening to the show before you call in. That he got rule 1. Don't act like a Richard. Not Richard in Murfreesboro.
He never does that.
You know what I mean. I'm talking about either York or Sargent. For those of you that watch Bewitch, be interesting. I mean, how could it get more interesting than a guy that? What is it? Root beer float man.
Float man.
I'm captivated. Don't agree with everything the host says. I wouldn't be cheering for Kansas. And when appropriate, use humor, but only if it's funny. Well,
he was interesting.
Bino, any final thoughts for us here on the way out? You've been incredible.
No, Tony, get out here and check this out tomorrow. I'm telling you, just from the setup alone, it's going to be some kind of show out here. And if you like stuff off a smoker, be here.
Or the live, how about the live fire stuff they're going to cook in the middle?
Oh, yeah.
And that guy right there, there are people, this guy's got a couple million followers online, him and Troxler. Now, my gosh, this show is, why do people listen to this? Any idea?
I know, but I can't describe it.
Till we meet again, for all those behind the scenes, I want to thank my friends from TMG Fest for having us out. They're going to have an incredible event tomorrow. Shout out to Dale Akins, who helped us get started here. Hart Valley Event Center is pretty next level. We're at 2620 Willow Point Way. Right, Bino, how far from Lenore City is this for you? 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, about 25.
Yeah, but
easy
equal distance
peasy
for both of us. Any final thoughts, Bino? We get together on Monday.
Going to be a lot of fun. We're in the draw again, Tony.
Is Kentucky getting in or out? What do you think? I'm going to walk around here. I'm going to take my video. Hey, Laura, can I ask you something? Can you speak into your headphone or just text the answer to me? Can I take the mute off and walk around in here? And can you turn that camera on so I can walk and talk here with me and Bino? Mark in Columbus wants to know how many of those rules he breaks that we read earlier.
Mine or yours?
Look at your rules. See if Columbus.
I think the only one. And this may not be a good rule, but I think the only one that Mark does not obey is listen as much as you speak.
Yeah, he's a real know-it-all. Kind of just a real flaming a-hole, if you ask me. But everybody's got to have one. I mean, they serve a purpose.
Great caller.
Great caller. Again, we find these characters, Bino, that have passion.
No, they find us. We don't find them.
That's a great line, man. That's a great line. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to grab the thing. I'm going to walk around. We're going to go interview the king. We're going to watch what the king's doing here with this meat. And then we're going to walk around and we're going to do a walk and talk here. All right? Thank you. Love you. Support you. Support your show. We'll be out here playing from 4 till 7 tomorrow. Bino, Jeff, love you, man.
Love you too, Tony. Thank you.
Hey, who'd the Yanks have this weekend?
The Yankees play Tampa Bay this weekend.
Nice.
And the Yankees stink.
Well, it is what it is.
They couldn't hit one out of this pavilion.
It is what it is, Beanstar. It's a sport of up and down.
Yeah, right now they're not very good.
Love, peace, GBO, take the vote.
Ethan, why are you even in here? Because they want to be entertained, damn it.
All right, I'm unmuting myself. And we're going to get the sound off here momentarily. There we are. I'm Basilio.
I'm Bino.
That's Bino. And there you go. Look at that man's chest. Whoa, he's been working out. Don't mess with us. All right, I'm going to walk you toward Rob Troxler now. A.K.A. Trixie Troxler. Trixie Troxler. Here we go.
Is Trixie a good name for a car dealer?
Not really. Hey. There he is. People would come from worlds around to get close to this guy.
Flat Top.
Tell me about Flat Top.
Flat Top is worldwide. If you own a griddle, if you have a stove with a pan on it, and you want to know how to cook something, you go onto his channel, Flat Top King, Pellets and Pits. He's got, what, 2 channels?
Yeah.
How did you start?
The social media or just cooking?
Cooking.
Oh, U.S. Navy right there. Thank you.
Yeah, U.S.
Navy. You
Yeah.
cooked for the cook in the Navy?
Oh, yeah,
All
absolutely.
the ships for thousands.
God bless you,
Yeah,
man.
we can talk about that off camera.
Where'd you go? All over the world?
Yeah. Yep. Then I cooked at the Pentagon, Camp David, and I was accepted to the White House too. But because the rank difference, then I couldn't afford that at the time. So there's a long story behind that.
You can afford it now. The following you have on YouTube.
It's pretty neat. It's a wild ride. Who'd ever think? But yeah, just cooking's in the heart, it's the passion,
And his recipes don't disappoint.
What here are we doing? What is this?
So this is for a VIP dinners for all the competitors coming in.
Nice.
Sponsors.
These are his. He makes
So the competitors, the sponsors, and the competitors are coming in.
You know, I just want to make it special for them. We go to a lot of barbecue events.
Yeah.
And I always feel like we're the forgotten ones. We're the
smell good.
we're the ones that come through and they don't say hi. They don't there's no camaraderie.
Right.
And
And you guys are trying to create community here with this thing, right?
how this barbecue, look, live fire is grown through community.
That's right.
They could put fire in the middle of a gravel pit and roast a pig, hog, you name it, and it's community fed. So that's what our passion is about, community.
The day I met these guys, that's exactly what they said, and this is right on the money. I mean,
we're doing half chickens with a Fiesta blend with a little jalapeno blend. That's the seasonings. And then we're doing prime flank steaks that are going over the open fire, boiled, and then flash fried whole potato or baby potatoes with the garlic butter. And then we're doing a Mexican style street corn, and that's going to be our VIP dinner for all the guests.
Wow.
Tonight.
And these spices are available where?
Local Ingles at TMG Pits.
What?
Patio.
Ingles?
Butler and Bailey. Yep, Butler and Bailey. Big shout out to them. Yeah.
Where did the flat top come from? Griddle God was taken.
Just because it's cooking
Yeah,
flash,
you got you.
all
Got
that stuff. But yeah, he's right. There's a bunch of names that were taken, so you kind of get fifth fiddle, and it just stuck, and here we are.
that's why they named me Tony.
Yeah, so big old Rob's hammering down that seasoning, so we're going to marinate these, and then once we put them on a pit, we're going to be cooking on one of those hog flippers. So you take a lever, you secure them down on brake,
Yeah.
hook them on one side, direct heat, and then we'll take a lever and flip the whole thing over and crisp up that skin.
Show us that apparatus. Check us out, y'all. We're gonna walk over here to one of these apparatus and see how they cook. This is live fire cooking now. Is this smoking or live fire that we're doing this in? Is this one right here?
Okay, show them the toilet.
Oh, there's the
toilet.
There's the toilet, ladies and gentlemen, presented by our friends at Dude Wipes. Presented by our friends at Dude Wipes. It's back up here so you can see the toilet. Hey, Mark in Columbus. Got a pretty good idea.
It's a Dude Wipes cooker.
Yeah. That reminds me of Mark in Columbus. Mark in the Lumbo, presented by Dude Wipes.
All right, Tony. So all those chickens are going to go up in here. There's another grate that are
God,
going
that
on.
smells good. Vito, come here and smell that.
Oh, I can smell it. It's unbelievable.
The old
That
charcoal.
gets down. That gets down. Let's see.
So when you put everything in there,
We'll cook it on
you
that
can
side.
take that thing and flip it over.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Oh my gosh, looky here. Wrap no clear. Woo!
What a beautiful place to quick.
Wow.
That's Smoke Pickle Barbecues here in town. That's his cooker where he cooks whole hog for cooks for UT football team.
Wow. So this is fed the greatest.
It fed all the balls. Last 3 years.
All the balls.
In the
you
ball
know.
club. He goes to those ball club.
I bet this thing's been at the Danny White's house. Hang on, let me see if I got dollars up in there. Dollars. That's next level, Bina. Get a whiff of that. How good that smells. I love the way. Is that charcoal or what do they cook over there? Wood and charcoal.
That is charcoal to start. You put wood
And then
on top
wood.
of it, and it burns down the charcoal. And so what you're smelling is the wood and everything dripping on top of it.
Do you think the Tennessee bullpen has ever helped them start a fire?
No, they have not. I'm not going there.
Not going there. All right,
Not going
Troxler. All right, Troxler.
Not going there.
Troxler, what else are we going to look at? We saw show us the toilet. How's the toilet work?
So this is Dude White's big sponsor. Get you some Dude White. They will grill hamburgers on this tomorrow. It's made it to several of the festivals this year.
Mark in Columbus.
And they will do hamburgers on this, I believe, tomorrow.
Yep.
People coming by.
Bino, would you eat out of a toilet?
I'd eat out of that one.
Go! I'd eat out of that one too, Bino.
So you throw that wood goes in here, comes down to there. It's charcoal. It'll get shoveled into different ones. They'll
Say that again. The wood.
take that wood, put it on here.
That wood right there. Right there.
That is oak. That's all. We'll use hickory. Oak.
Oak and hickory, y'all. Oak and hickory. This is from Nipper's Hardwood. Shout out Nipper.
So you put it here, start it burning. It's going to drop through the holes, shovel it out into the cookers.
Oh, so it starts up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then it.
Drops down. When it gets a certain size, it'll drop down. So you can shovel coals into your pit, whichever one you're going to do.
So that's just pure for the wood. That's
Right.
just
That's it.
Wow.
That's how we make the charcoal,
Wow.
or how we make the bits of wood.
Yeah.
Have these guys thought this out? This is like you guys playing softball, Bino, but it's its own culture,
oh yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
You got bad shoulders.
Except their toys are more expensive.
Don't you have bad shoulders?
Bad back.
Okay, bad back. So,
My shoulders are huge. I could pick you up right
so
now.
you're not going to lift up some of the lids on the smoke.
No.
So you come over to the fridge model.
Fridge model. Look at that thing.
Everybody can do that. Got bad shoulder, bad back.
The fridge model, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
You feed an arm.
Let me show you something. How many people could you feed out of here?
120. 120.
That can be yours right there. The low price of $8,000.
And Tony, but you're going to add another 100 right here.
So how many people could you feed? 100 people out of there?
120 out there.
120. Easy. And then what?
Another 100 over here. So you're going to feed 250 people.
Out of this thing at one time.
Yeah, and this right here is 1776 of square inches of cooking because TMG loves America.
220 or 20 plus our old buddy Roger.
Roger boy. Hey, if Roger was out here tomorrow, woo! Did he do some damage? Hey, Laura, make my pizzas for me. Make my pizzas for me, sweetie.
Show them this one here they're painting.
The one they're painting?
It will make you hungry, Mom.
Hey, so tomorrow, this gentleman just sketched this out right now, but tomorrow there's a local artist here. He was just here. This whole pit is going to be painted red, white, and blue, 1776. It's for a giveaway.
So the artist just sketched that. He got the Liberty Bell.
He just sketched it. Philadelphia, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Philly captain.
This whole thing will get done.
Shout out to the Philly captain.
And they're gonna be doing a raffle.
And they're raffling this?
Take a picture.
Raffling this? They're raffling this.
Yeah.
What do you mean raffling?
Hey, Brad, you're raffling this? People like what we got.
Hang on, I gotta walk over here. I gotta get with Brandon. They're raffling. I gotta figure out. I'm Italian. I gotta figure out a way to get that home.
Take a picture of that tomorrow.
That one's they're selling that one for charity
Selling for charity. Okay, that's more like it.
when it gets painted. Whole thing tomorrow. Be here all day painting.
Now it's more like it. Selling for charity. Look at this place, y'all. It's beautiful. All right, this is the live fire cooking, right? This is where we do the live fire cooking.
All of this is. So you do Santa Maria style. All that chocolate will be under here. They'll be grilling steaks, chickens.
Do that again from there so I can get a good shot. Hang on. Pino, look at it on YouTube. See if I got it on the shot.
So those
Bring up your you have your
it's only in the back. If you stack the wood in there, as it burns, it drops down. You rake it forward as you need the charcoal. That's what goes in the back.
Where's the wood go?
In the back here?
Oh wow, look at that.
It drops right down here. This drops right down here to the bottom. And you rake it forward.
So the wood goes back here and then you rake it forward.
It falls down as you need it. As you want your hot spots, your cold spots, whatever you want.
Wow. Wow. Super cool. So do that, turn that wheel again, Troxler. So check this out, y'all. Wow. What's that great way? What's that great way? It doesn't look light.
75.
75 pounds. And that torque on that wheel, you just, because when it's got stuff on it, it's out. They're crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are, he said I could do.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's a clown.
This is
Everybody's funny. Everybody's funny. Everybody's funny till they're not.
250-gallon pit.
All right. 250-gallon pit coming up.
Propane tank.
Propane tank.
See how easy that is? Lift that up.
How many people's that speed?
400.
How many?
400. Maybe more. How much that?
Pino, is this what you were expecting or? Huh?
This is playing with it.
Pino, open that.
Look at the craftsmanship on this. So, see how thick that is?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It is. Yeah. It'll last a lifetime.
Hey, Cosmic Cattleman, I just found a place for you to sleep. Look at that, Pino. Size of that thing, man.
Hey, how are you doing?
This is utterly incredible, y'all. This is utterly incredible out here. Troxler showed us around. Troxler, why in the world wouldn't anybody come out here tomorrow? Can you speak?
I have no idea why not. Come over, get some wings and beer and sample some of the different foods. And then we got music. we've got Fountain City Ramblers.
No, you're talking.
Oh, $20.
$20.
Yeah, $20. It's not going to get wet.
Could you? How much?
You're not going to get wet. You're not going to get
That's
wet.
what's above us, y'all.
All right. You're not going to get wet. We'll
That's
fill this
what's
place
above.
up. I think it'll hold 2,000 years.
2,000 people being here.
Right. If you can get 2,000 here, we'll get them here. But no, I would show up. I'd show up and eat. $20, you're going to eat, get you some drinks, listen to the Ramblers. And, oh, yeah. And we're going to have demonstrations over here.
Let's look at that. Show me the demo. This place is going to be full tomorrow, y'all. I'm fired up, folks, to prepare. I wish I had some food right now. I'm kind of running low. I mean, no offense, but you thought they could have cooked me a hot dog. I mean, I'm not trying to be, whatever I'm trying to be. I'm being a little pissy, really, but.
All through here, Tony. We're going to do demonstrations at different times of the day, starting around.
This is where they hang that moit.
They'll have a
hang that moit.
They'll have a
hang that moit.
Pig hanging through here. A pig. Yeah. And you'll have fruit, vegetables hanging up.
Oh,
so live fire going here all the way around.
Rob, how good is that when they're hanging that fruit and the? Oh,
it's gonna come all.
Abundanza.
2:30. We'll have different demonstrations going.
Abundanza. What is this contraption here, Rob?
I believe this is Dude Wife's table he wanted.
Nice.
So you've got serving and cutting right here.
Serving and cutting.
Yeah, and you're undercover.
And you're undercover.
And then he folds these down, puts it on his trailer, takes back off.
Wow.
So when he goes to events, and it's on the off-road package, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
Off-road package.
It's a fryer, Tony.
Fryer, look at this thing.
You fill it up, put your chicken, catfish, lower it into the oil, fill it up more. And
oh my gosh, what all could you cook like a turkey in that thing?
Yeah, like
yes,
4 of them,
4 turkeys at a time.
At a time.
That oil smells so good in there.
We'll have griddle demonstrations.
Griddles, yep, the griddles.
That's a solo stove.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Solo stove.
Solo stove griddles.
Really?
Yeah.
Solo makes griddles.
Yep. And
what's something like that sell for?
I have no idea. Somebody's gonna be doing a demonstration tomorrow on this, and
that's cool.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's real.
That's heavy.
Yeah, and that's real.
When you pick that up, it's
real deal. Here's a travel model.
Got the travel model over there for your tailgating.
This is gather grills, so you can gather around.
Oh wow! Gather around, little piglets, and here we go.
You cook it over live fire, but then all of a sudden you want to come over and have a griddle action there. And people can sit around at the pool over here.
Sit around the
just
pool.
talking to them just like we're hibachi.
Gather grill. You're cooking over here. Cofield, you're cooking over here.
That's right. Yeah.
And then
everybody can be sitting around.
Cofield's
right there.
Cofield does his cooking. You ever had Cofield's cooking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know of Cofield?
I've been to a couple of parties where Cofield's been there.
Really? Mm-hmm. What do you think of Cofield?
I think he's fantastic. I like that hibachi.
He's phenomenal, isn't he?
I think it's
He
great.
cook hibachi all day long.
He wear it out. For
wear it out.
All kinds of people.
On the gather grill. These people, man, there's nothing they haven't thought of. I'm telling you that right now. Chef Tardo.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of all of them, Donnie.
Thank you.
Competitions will be out there tomorrow. The competitors will set up. They start that corner.
Those guys right there, are they competitors?
Yes. Yeah.
Those guys are
They're going to set up all the way around.
No
There's 14 teams come from all over the country.
14 teams.
And some of them are already here. They'll come in later tonight, and they will get ribs and chicken.
So this is their stuff. This is their apparatus.
Right, they own these.
This is serious.
That's right. That's right. They own this.
So cool, Rob.
They own a TMG to come here to.
You like this, Rob?
Oh, I love it.
You
love it every day.
Now Rob does some tailgates.
A little small.
At UT They're not small. Hey Rob, at your tailgate last year, like a couple of your tailgates, how many people you feed?
300.
What time you get there, Rob?
Day before.
Like what do you mean day before?
Like around 10 o'clock on Friday morning.
Okay, and the game's like at 8 o'clock at night.
The next day.
You cook till 8 o'clock.
I stay overnight.
Right? How much sleep you got?
Usually 0 for 42 hours.
How many times you do that a fall?
3. It's all I can handle.
What the hell wrong with you, boy?
It's all I can handle. Getting old. I may do 2 now.
And I feel sorry for myself when I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing a post-game show. I love Troxler. That's my Carnes Motor Company guy right there. Flat top. He's back to flat top. I've lost him. Get out here and support us. Look at Bino over here. Bino met a guy. It's talking to him. Watch. You don't go anywhere in this place and not somebody doesn't know Bino. Anywhere. I'm the guy with the radio show. Bino knows everybody. There's where we're going to be playing music. Bino knows every freaking person. Laura, thank you. Thank you for the great effort today. The TMG Fest, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and chillins of all ages, will be here tomorrow. I think you're right, Laura. I bet I could do some travel videos. Mix it up with the people. Look, he's over there with the Meat Maestro. Bino's now getting a tour of the Meat Maestro. Bino's over there hanging out with the Meat Maestro. You see him over there up in the distance? Hey, I appreciate you. Hope you have a great Friday. Tony Basilio, over and out I go. Peace. Come see us. There's where you buy your tickets. We'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be unbelievable, Landy. All right, Laura, how do I end this damn thing? End it.